Hello everybody, my name is Cool Blue and I'm bringing out this video of me playing a board game, or well, us playing a board game. I'm here playing Clinic, the COVID-19 pandemic extension. So this is a part of the whole Clinic series that I've been doing. I finally got the Biohazard and the COVID-19 one, so we're going to play the COVID-19 one, which is a co-op, which is why I brought along a friend, which I'll let my friend introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Fu. I am the +1 for tonight.
Yes, there's the +1 for tonight. And you know, we played Sleeping Gods with Bear, and now we're playing Clinic with Fu. One day we'll have them all together and play Clash of Cultures, but that's a future plan. We'll see how that works. That's like an all-day game, isn't it?
I want it to be an all-day game.
With 3 players.
Anyway. I want it to be an all-weekend game.
Yeah, man. With 3 players, if we play like a normal game, we played a short game. It took forever. Anyway, all right. Let me go and start the music in the background, and then I'll explain what's going on here for those who are watching to learn how to play the things. So, we got our boring hospital music in the background. So as far as this module, we're gonna play with the base game and nothing but the COVID-19 module. So the base game plus a module. So we're taking all the extensions and stuff. These dice are here for randomization. Put this aside. But the COVID-19 pandemic module or extension for Clinic essentially has you playing co-op. And what it effectively does is, during the game, our goal is to have more cured COVID-19 people than perished COVID-19 people, and we get a certain amount of COVID every round. So assume this is simulating if we're playing on the orange track, on the less severe side. So just bring this up to the screen so people can actually see it. So if you look at the track, there's 2 sides. There's one worse side and not as bad side. So it just depends on what time period you're looking at where you peaked. And there's three different tracks at the very top of there: the green, the orange, and the red. Red being worse, it's harder. Green being easier. And there's like a thematic tie, which is like this side is people are better at social distancing. This side is people are worse at social distancing, which causes an effect. So I'll explain more of that later. But essentially, there's 2 sides. There's the positive side, which is with that plus right there. The positive side and the negative side. The positive side is people who survived and got cured by us. The negative side is people who have perished. And our goal is between our 2 clinics to heal more than died. So.
Oh, and are those lock icons because that's how people quarantine?
Yeah. Lockdowns, yeah.
Lockdown, yeah, I like it.
So the green is people are actually locked down, and like the lock is getting more open as you go across, which thematic and
Yeah.
So with us playing in the U.S., there's arguments that can be made that we should just play on the harder side and the hardest, but. The way we're going to do this is we're going to choose a side, which we chose in this side, and we're going to roll a dice to figure out which of these 3 we're going to be in. But that's it. Going back to the rest of the rules, the COVID-19 pandemic module also modifies some of the phases. So at the start before we do our movement, but after we finish our actions, we're going to get a certain number of COVID depending on the round. So this is like simulated for the orange track here. So in the first round, before we move, but after we do our 3 actions, we're going to get 2 COVID that we have to apply to somebody in our hospital. So people who have just arrived to the hospital or not in the hospital yet or in our clinics, so they have to be in the clinic already, which I feel like that still breaks. Like we have to revisit that one. So Fu and I played this yesterday, and there was like some really weird rules things, which goes into my critiques of this. I don't want to get into my critiques too early, but just to let you know, some of the rules are a little bit ambiguous, but we're not going to have anybody in our clinic yet at the first round.
Ah.
So I think because
that's before the move.
Yeah, I think because of that we need to apply it, or anybody's included.
So, because right at the start, before the first move, our first doctor is going to be at the entrance, correct?
And anybody else we've hired and any patients, yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to be at the entrance or at inpatient.
Right, and if we have to have 2.
So
yeah. So okay. All right. So essentially, we're discussing how we're going to interpret the rules. We'll discuss a little bit more, but let me continue around the rest of this, and we'll revisit this. So at the top of the round, we have to apply the COVID that we have here. So between us 2, we have 2 COVID for this first round before we start our moves, and we both have to take at least 1, but somebody can take more, which is more important in the later rounds. You can see we have 5. And after we do that, we have to assign this COVID to somebody. If we assign it to a patient, the patient is 1 worse to heal, but they only give us the money for what level they are. So for instance, can you pass me a handful of patients?
That is not a
keeps, yeah.
These are patients.
There you go. So for instance, if we have an orange patient who has COVID, in order to cure this orange patient with COVID, we must basically have a red doctor or a orange doctor plus a nurse, or a, oh man, I gotta play with the clever doc. This is gonna be annoying to deal with. But essentially, they're gonna be one level worse. But after we cure them, we're gonna get their normal color money. So we're gonna get $20, but it costs red resources. So, you know, if you played the base game, you kind of know what I mean. But essentially, healing a red patient usually gives you $32, but healing an orange patient only gives you $20. But you have to put in the effort to heal a red patient, to heal this one, to cure it of COVID and heal the patient. You get your $20, and then this patient goes into the saved from COVID bucket, which is cool. And if you don't heal them at the end of the round, they just get one sicker like normal. But essentially, if it's a red patient who has COVID, then you need a red doctor plus a nurse, or you need a orange doctor plus 2 nurses, so on and so forth. A yellow doctor plus 3 nurses, and so on. And the other effect is that doctors can get COVID, and so can staff. In this case, nurses and orderlies. You can also have CEOs get COVID. If you have the CEO expansion, stretcher bearers can get COVID. Pretty much any staff can get COVID. If staff get COVID during the move phase, they will be forced to go home to an on-site quarantine, or go to an on-site quarantine, where they'll just basically go to the side of your board, and they will be not available that round. But they'll come back. The COVID will go away by itself. They do not get added to the cured from COVID pile. They instead just go back to the supply. But the main thing is that it basically takes that person out of the game, or out of the round, which is kind of annoying. So your orderlies will not reduce your cost by $3. Your nurses will not be able to be available to make you help you heal easier. And on top of that, you still got to pay them, because they're gonna go away during your business phase, but they're gonna come back during your admin phase, and then you still got to pay them. Oh, sorry, I said that wrong. They're gonna stay away during your business phase. You're gonna still have to pay them to quarantine, and then they'll be at your entrance at start, which I'll explain a little bit more when we get later. I kind of skipped around a little bit much. So moving on to the rest of the stuff, patients, like I said, they can also get COVID. If a patient dies, then has COVID, then you still lose your normal 5 points, so normal penalties for that. If a white patient has COVID, they treat it like a yellow patient for healing, but they only give you $8. And the final is doctors. Doctors can get COVID too, as in you can assign COVID to your doctors, which might be a good thing, might be a bad thing, but it depends. So when doctors get COVID, an interesting thing happens. If this white doctor, for instance, had COVID, they are, for all intents and purposes, a patient. So it took a little clarification on the forums to figure this out, and I think Alvin, the designer of the game, clarified it kinda. So we're playing loose and fast with the rules. So the way that we're interpreting this is that a doctor who has COVID is a patient for all intents and purposes, but we still pay them. Or sorry, no, they're a patient all intents and purposes, but we do not pay them. And once again, Alvin specifically chimed in on the forums saying that they're a patient, you don't pay them, which is weird because you pay your staff, but you don't pay your doctor. Different conversation. So we're going to play like they're patients. And in order to treat this white doctor, I need to have a yellow doctor who's healthy, who does not have COVID, or a white doctor with a nurse, or a orange doctor with a nurse to level it down, so on and so forth. Normal rules. And when you heal them, and once again, the rules are a little bit vague on this, but we're interpreting this as after you heal a doctor who has COVID, you get the patient level money, and you keep the doctor. So once again, we're using a little bit of our own flavor to play this because some of the rules are a little bit vague. Which, to clarify, the rule page is only one sheet. It's just in multiple languages, so it's front and back. So, you know, a little bit of interpretation needed. And then finally, if we do not heal a doctor who has COVID, then they will get sicker. When they get sicker, they become one level up. So they basically level up. So this doctor, if I do not cure this doctor this round, and it moves to the next round, when patients get sicker in this area, this doctor will become a yellow doctor. So can I have a yellow doctor, please?
There you go.
And as you can see, the doctor's technically becoming a better doctor by having COVID, which is weird. And I'll get more money for healing them. So if you play by the normal rules, you know, you want people to get sicker before you heal them, which is a weird, you know.
COVID builds character or something.
COVID builds character. But in order to heal this doctor, I would need a orange doctor, or a yellow doctor plus a nurse, or a white doctor plus 2 nurses, so on and so forth. So there's a little bit of risk. Also, another thing that's important to note, which the rules mention somewhere, but they mention in like one line, but I don't know if they mention the right spot. But anyway, After you heal the doctor, that round the doctor will not level down. So they become available for you to use next round, and they don't level down. So if I heal the yellow doctor this round, they stay a yellow doctor, even though when I pay for them and all this other stuff, I'm going to pay them $2. Actually, okay, we got to figure that out. So is the phasing you heal people first, and then you pay your doctors? Because all that happens simultaneously.
I mean, if we go from the top down,
right?
I would say the sick doctors get healed,
and then
they have to be paid.
Oh, that's awful. Okay,
that is
fair.
awful.
I mean, but I mean, to be fair, they don't level down, so I guess it's like a trade-off. Okay. So the way we're going to interpret that is the doctor's a patient. We're going to do this in phase order from top to bottom, and well, yeah, because
it makes me sad that we can't like skip paying them for that round, but
man,
if we go from top to bottom, that's what my interpretation would be.
Right, which makes sense to me because you always do your money after, or you buy your victory points after. Okay, all right. So once again, a few loose interpretations being thrown into here, but like I said, there's a little bit of cracks between the rules that we're interpreting. Oh no, lost patience. Fine. And that's effective with the rules. So kind of going top to bottom to kind of bring it all back together. It fell on the backside of the So go from top to bottom for the rules, because I know I skipped around a lot. Essentially, at the top of this, you decide which side of the board you're playing on. Before I give a summary, one last thing I forgot to mention is at the end of the round, after you finish your phase 3 admin, there's a phase 4 added. Phase 4 is you get a COVID based on your social distancing, which in this case we're playing on the better social distancing side than the worse social distancing side. And on the social distancing side, we're playing on the better side, so we both will get 1 naturally, and we have to add into one of our available pre-admission rooms. So in the forums, they did specify it has to be one of your available rooms. So if you can't just keep putting the optometrist if you don't have one of those.
Now, are these limited to 4 COVID tokens per pre-admission room, or?
I would argue yes. Because keep in mind, this is
really will.
This is keeping track specifically with that.
Actually, we won't run into that at all. My bad. So
yeah, because
we have to take in a patient.
Right, you have to take in at least 1 patient. In your worst case scenario, we're going to add stuff to death file. So just to go back to what we were talking about. For the rules, for those who are looking for the rules, what's going to happen is we're going to get 1 of these at the end of the round to add into our pre-admission rooms. The next patient that we admit to that specific area will have COVID. And then we'll have to treat them like a normal COVID patient. Another thing with the patients, which we have to be very careful about, the rulebook specifies anybody with COVID must go to a treatment room. Whereas in a normal game, you can kind of leave patients here, incubating, if you will. If they have COVID, they must go to a treatment room. And the way I'm going to interpret it, which I guess we can agree now, if you can't bring them to the treatment room, they die.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's reasonable.
Okay, I mean, it's thematic.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but thematic. Okay, so the difference between these two sides of the board, though, is that we're going to get 1 on this side of the board, and then on this side of the board, we're going to get 2 at the end of the round. So this side's harder. So we're choosing this side, and we're randomizing that. The other way we're going to do it for us in our specific game is we're either going to randomize the side that we're playing on, and then choose the column. So we decided to choose the column, or choose the side of the board, and then randomize a column. Okay. All right. So bringing it back to a summary for everybody who's following along, because there's a lot of things we talked about. With the COVID expansion, with the COVID module, we have a side of the board that we pick on, which determines changes some rules a little bit, and then we have a column. You can choose a column that you want based on your lockdown status. We're going to randomize ours, but we're assuming that we're playing the orange one here for the setup. And then you play the game as normal. More specifically, one restriction is that you must admit patients once. You must admit patients at least once every round. So that means that we're going to admit patients at least 6 times this entire game, because we have 18 actions total. So we have to, in one of these 3 actions that we do, we must admit patients once. And we must admit at least 1 patient. And that's to take care of the whole COVID situation. If we're playing on the other side, actually no, the other side doesn't specify. It just says greater than or equal to 1. Oh, you have to do the action greater than or equal to once. Okay.
Wait, so what's different here?
Yeah, because
that's the same. that's the same up here. There's more COVID coming in, but
To your pre-admissions, yeah.
But you have to, I mean, you have to take in 2 patients, otherwise you'll get the COVID tokens counted as COVID deaths, right?
Yeah, sure. Once again, we're playing Loose and Vassals rules. Anyway, going back to summary. Going back to the summary. The side of the board determines how often you have to take the passive COVID, but the active COVID is determined by the lockdown status, which we'll choose, or we're going to randomize. And then on the rounds, during your action phases, which is the first, which is why this is 1, you must admit patients at least once, and then apply COVID to them, your pre-admission COVID stuff. And then for your movement phase, we're going to distribute this amongst ourselves. So just to pretend that we're on round 3. Pretending that we're on round 3, what's going to happen is that Fu and I are going to take these 4 tokens, and we're going to decide, okay, how many do we want to take? We both must take at least 1 and apply to people, and then we can determine how we want to split the rest of this. And it could be a situation to where maybe my hospital is more equipped to do a thing now, or maybe Fu wants to set things up, so I can say, okay, I'm just going to take these 2. And then apply them to my staff or patients or whoever and deal with that. And then we move on. So that's what this whole section's all about. If you do it to a staff member, then they'll go in quarantine and they'll disappear. If you do it to a patient, then you can cure them eventually. If you do it to a doctor, the doctor becomes a patient and all the other stuff we talked about. And then during the business phase, this is showing that in order to heal somebody, and this part took a little bit to interpret, diagrams are an important thing in this game, and that diagram is a little bit difficult to look at. But if you look at this diagram here, what this is showing is that this is showing a patient with COVID. No matter, or if they're white, yellow, orange, or red, they're 1 worse. And the reason why it says a little bit difficult to interpret is because if you look at this, the white patient is technically a yellow patient, the orange patient is technically a red patient, or sorry, the white patient is technically a yellow patient, the yellow patient is technically a orange patient for treatment purposes, the orange patient is technically a red patient, and the red patient is technically 1 worse, which is what that +1 nurse there is supposed to mention, or supposed to show, which once again is a little weird because the symbolism was confusing, but that's allegedly what that means. Okay, lots of things we're talking about. And then also, this is if you heal them, you get the money and stuff, all the stuff. Also, there's another symbolism issue, which we'll talk about later at the very end. Moving on. And then you pay your people, you pay your staff, orderlies do not reduce your costs if they have COVID, and then finally, you get your passive COVID. And that's kind of it. Simple. Pretty simple. All right, lots to talk about. This extension, I guess we can talk about before we start our playthrough for people who might not want to watch the entire playthrough. What do you feel about the extension we played yesterday? Because we played with cigarettes, elderly, and other stuff. And coffee, yeah. So what was your generic feeling of the extension as we played before we learned the correct rules?
Rough.
I mean, I feel like cigarettes made it a little bit more rough, and the elderly made it rougher.
So I actually don't feel that way. Like the cigarettes, the only thing they impacted was the time.
Okay.
The elderly, like I said, the elderly actually saved me in the beginning because of the extra boomer income. Because
the elderly. So the elderly module we played with, which I think was from extension 1, which is the elder care, or hospice. Sorry, elders give you money. So that's what Fu's referring to for those who may not know what that extension does yet.
So I was getting the extra $8 per round for like the first 4 rounds.
Right.
Which is what saved me, really.
Yeah, I mean, it saved it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to pay for your clinic. And one other final thing I forgot to mention is that the end game is that if we have more cured than dead from COVID, than perished from COVID, then if we, as a collective, scored 40 times the number of players, so 80 points between the 2 of us. If we scored 80 points between the 2 of us, then we found the cure, we've cured all COVID, hooray. If we had less than that, then we have a tactical victory, we survived, basically. Either way, we win, but we want to try to win-win, not just win. Which I think is doable.
Fortunately, we didn't end up with negative points.
Yeah, I had one. So in our test game we played, your final score was 27.
20. I thought it was 25 or so.
25, and yeah, my final score was 1. So I had so many negative points. I'm not gonna play that strategy, by the way. I'm gonna play a different strategy. Okay. All right, cool. So that's it for the rules. A little bit long-winded of a teach because there's a lot to talk about and a lot of ambiguous things we have to acknowledge and talk about. But effectively, we're gonna play like that. All right, now we're gonna we decided to randomize the mode. So we're gonna roll a d6 and call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sure.
Okay. Hey, we got the easy one. All right, cool. All right.
Is it bad that I actually feel a little disappointed?
I mean, we can. Not to say that we can't go up one level. We can go back to orange. It's already set up. You gonna go for orange?
Let's go. Let's do at least orange.
Okay. All right. So we rolled for 1, 2, but we're gonna do 3, 4 instead because we played
hate ourselves.
And yeah, obviously. Also, the game gives you a syringe, which normally does nothing, but you're supposed to use it as a tracker. So I'm just gonna put it there. Because otherwise, why would you put a thing in the box that doesn't need to be used? Which is funny because if you had the biohazard extension, you get a whole sheet of syringes. In the rulebook for biohazard, it says make your own expansion, and it's like Alvin. I mean, Alvin's made like 50 expansions, so sure, fine, but still, I don't appreciate it. All right. Oh, we gotta determine who goes first.
Ooh, wait.
Well, let's roll the dice again. Is that the dice roller? Okay. D20. Do you want odd or evens?
I'll be odd.
All right, I got evens. Rude. Oh, also I should mention one last thing. This is full co-op. You can play this solo, but I figure why? Because it becomes a puzzle that you can solve a little bit easier. But anyway, all right. So who's gonna go first? And we're starting. We got to get our
These
tiles. Yeah. So we're gonna choose 3.
So I should shuffle them because they were.
Oh, still set.
All right.
Okay,
So
orderly.
There.
The doctors again. Is this the same? No, this is almost. We had a parking lot last time.
We had parking lot, yeah.
Okay. Do you want any of those? Well, you gotta choose first.
Let's see. So this one is we started from orderly.
Yes. Oh, actually, we're supposed to choose in reverse turn order, but we're gonna ignore that. I'm not used to playing with multiple people in this game. Yes, you start with an orderly.
Does this mean they come with a car or they do not come with a car?
Yeah, every time you get a person, they always come with a car. That symbol means car.
Okay.
Let's take car.
Okay. I could probably put the orderly to good use.
I mean, I can always take the extra $5 and do something better than what I did last time.
Better.
I took $5 extra and hired 10 people, and I was like, oh, why can't I heal anybody? Because.
All right.
Silly person.
Are you good at that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. So I shall take you orderly.
Oh, we don't have pillars anymore. Oh no.
Well, I didn't even do anything with mine that I built.
I mean, you built a pillar though.
I built one. I didn't do anything with it, so.
There you go. Oh, no coffee? You're gonna spend time this time? Oh my god.
I'm gonna spend time, yeah. Well, so I'm gonna build the conveyors.
Okay. All right. Oh, and sorry. The other way we're playing. So I like to try to limit table talk when I'm playing a co-op game like this because I feel like the whole point of the co-op, if you will, is that we're kind of feeling stressful about our decisions. But the way that I'm okay with playing it, and feel free to let me know if you agree, is that we will table talk at the top of the round, but during our round selections, we're not going to say I'm choosing this one, this round, that one, that round. But we'll say things like I'm probably going to build twice, and then let people figure out from there.
That sounds good. And just remind me that we're doing that because I will forget.
Okay. I'm choosing the $5. Okay. All right. So we're at the top of the round. We don't have any COVID yet, so that makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, we're gonna be dealing with a lot of COVID stuff. So are you gonna focus on healing a bunch of people, or are you gonna focus on just like, I don't know. Well, sorry, better question. Are you gonna build a lot of stuff early or heal a lot of people to get money early?
I think I need to make sure I heal at least 1 or 2 patients in the first round.
Well,
so I have money.
Right.
Because I don't have the safety net of the boomers this time.
Correct. Oh, and sorry. The way I've been playing it for solo is that whenever you have to lose money, lose money because you can't pay, then you just increase your time by 1. So, it becomes worse. So if you got to pay $5, then you're gonna. So normally if I had 3 points and I had to pay $5, I have $5 left to pay. I would lose all 3 of those points, and then nothing else happens. But that doesn't feel as fun. So I like to hate myself apparently. So the way I'm doing is if I have to pay $5 and I lose these 3 points, and then I gain 2 time. So long story short, if you got to pay $10 to your people, you have no points, you're going to get 10 time.
Yeah. My thought coming in here today was I'm gonna try and stick to more or less to what I did yesterday.
Okay.
Because that kind of worked.
It did. The only, I mean, you were booming. I mean, I took a few hits because I had the patient or the staff, but I think the issue I had last time was when there was one time I had my secretary get sick, and I really needed my secretary.
Yeah. The one thing I would do different this time is to get more nurses, because nurses can absorb the COVID.
Right. And I'll probably try to get doctors. Well, see, the thing about it is like it's beneficial to have at least one nurse and have a doctor sick.
Yeah.
Because then that doctor will become a better doctor, assuming you keep pace with nurses. The problem is that we're going to be limited in nurses. So somebody is going to have to take a lot of orderlies. I have the extra money. I can take a few orderlies. Actually, this is a lot more difficult without extra staff. Man, that's annoying. Man, COVID was supposed to be easy. I thought it was the common cold. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, anti-vaxxers in our comments already. No, I'm sorry. I'm joking. Okay, so you're gonna try to do it yesterday. I just gotta figure out, because it's beneficial to leave a doctor to let them level up. Because we're either gonna need a really good doctor or a lot of nurses. I don't know if this efficiency puzzle is gonna work that well without playing. I mean, okay, we can no, we're committing to just this module. I was gonna say we can play with clever doctors, to where your doctor gets smarter every time they heal somebody. But that's technically not playing with only this module.
Yeah.
Curse this purity culture. Alright, at any rate, okay. So you are gonna do the thing. So I will.
And so what you said is that we can talk about like what actions we want to take, but not the specific action we're putting down. Or...
Right. Well, at the top of the round, just kind of like strategy. So it's like I'm gonna probably like, since I have the extra money, I'm gonna get either build a bigger hospital or get the expensive nurse or expensive doctor.
Yeah.
But because you have less money, I don't want to. Okay, I'm not gonna get a nurse the first round to try to time it to where you can get a thing. Just I'm gonna just say that much, so it's not too much table talk.
Yeah.
Because since you have less money, I'd rather get the cheaper nurse than get the more expensive nurse.
Okay. Sorry, I just realized I need to do math to make sure I have money for upkeep.
Oh yeah.
Nurses right now are $1?
Yep.
Okay.
If you give them COVID, well, it's still $1. No.
So it's 1, 2. Oh, I have an orderly. That's fantastic. So my expenses are less.
I was like, don't forget, if you take a doctor. Actually, that's a good strategy. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a risk. Well, I'll explain it later when I do
okay.
everything. All good?
All good.
Okay, so I'm doing a hire.
I'm doing a build.
Alright, so you go first.
Yep. So I'm going to go with my strategy from last time.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, I should get a triage room.
Picking this up.
I definitely should get a triage room. Oh, outpatient rooms are good too, because outpatient rooms, anybody of any type can treat anybody.
Oh.
So
that's useful.
So did you want to try to fit that in your strategy, or do you want me to try to go for it? Because the operator room, operation room, is the doctor. There's a built-in nurse. The room costs $3 when you use it, though. If you use it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's $1.
Yeah, why did you go for... Like, I know how to work this.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna
Alright, so
build it here for 3.
Build 1, and what's your second build?
My second build is going to be I think...
Entrance or conveyors are a good idea.
I think a conveyor. So, that's going to be 2.
Alright, so $5.
For the initial pair.
Oh, don't forget to park your car. Sorry, I forgot to park your car.
Oh yeah, cars.
Over there. Oh, for clarification for those who are watching, yes, when you hire people or you get patients, you have to park the car immediately, even though they're not technically in your hospital yet. That's a whole different discussion. I'm not gonna get into it right now. About whether someone's in the hospital, not in the hospital.
So I'm gonna put a conveyor here in the not the treatment room, but the hub.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna put the other end of the conveyor in what, the research? Is this a research lab or what is it called?
Lab.
Lab.
Oh, also, if you want to try to keep track of what you built and what you have, or what you paid for, what you haven't paid for, feel free to keep it upside down. So it's like I haven't paid for it yet.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's the money allocated to that. So.
Yeah. So that one, that module.
So what I'm gonna try and do, I think, is to keep bouncing my doctors between the.
Between those
Actually,
rooms?
It might be a better idea for me to do this instead.
Yeah, it's
to build it above the treatment room.
This is called a lab. Because I mean, technically they'll go up 2 levels, which is convenient.
Yeah. So I think this is a better setup than what I had yesterday.
Yeah, and then I mean, eventually, if you build another conveyor, you can just build another conveyor.
Yeah. But this way, there's free movement between the lab and the treatment room for the doctors.
Okay, gotcha.
And so I built the lab, the conveyors, and that is it for my build.
All right, and then for me, for the hire, I'm gonna hire the expensive doctor. With my intention, I'll explain this now, since technically me disclosing this now is not gonna cause any problems. I'm gonna let this doctor get sick. I'm just gonna need to find some way to heal them, which I might do with the operation room. So I'm gonna have this yellow doctor get sick, and then become a red doctor eventually, and then by that time I'll have an outpatient, or have this plus at least 1 nurse and a doctor to deal with them.
You bought the expensive doctor?
Yeah, I have more money. I mean, I can buy it. Are you gonna get a doctor at all?
I was gonna get the white doctor probably.
Okay.
So if you want to get a cheaper one.
Yeah, I'll get a cheaper one. So I'll get that. And did you want a nurse?
I will be grabbing a nurse this round.
Are you okay with paying $1 extra for nurses? Or do you want to spend less money?
Let's see.
1 versus $2. I'm only like
oh.
I can take an orderly instead.
I can take the expensive nurse.
Okay.
Like
expensive. So I'll get $2.
Because I've got an orderly already, so that helps cut down my costs initially.
Oh, who are you going to give COVID? Then the movements. I was assuming you were going to give your orderly COVID.
I was.
So for me, I'm gonna give the yellow doctor COVID, or plan.
I'm gonna give my doctor COVID.
The white one?
One of the white ones, because I'll have 2 white ones.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then one will level through COVID, the other will level through lab.
How are you gonna pay? You can't pay for your house. You gotta heal somebody.
Well, not like initially, but.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah, that is the overall doctor power leveling strategy.
Oh, right, and technically you'll get that. You know what? I just realized we might run into a problem by round 2. We're gonna need another functioning operation room, treatment room, because we're gonna have 1 person infected that's not healed, and then we're gonna have a patient that we take who's infected, and then we're gonna end up getting another. Oh man, this is. It's like we're running out of hospital space. So thematic. Stop making thematic games about real life history. No, keep doing that, please. All right. So long story short, we probably need to build things, like build another wing of a hospital eventually.
Oh, fun. All right. So I'm
That's
done. You're done.
Yep.
Next section. All right.
All right, I'm building.
I am hiring.
All right. Oh, sorry, forgot that patience.
So I am hiring. Oh yeah.
Important stuff. Oh, I didn't change the title of my live stream. Oh, well. Ah.
So I'm going to spend 3 to hire this doctor and this nurse. So I'm going to grab the cars for both of them. Get them parked.
Okay, there we go. I've updated my live stream, so now it's accurate. My apologies, world.
Alright.
Oh, I didn't get my card. Cars. No, cart. Alright, I'm building. I am building... See, building this early seems like a bad idea, but I can heal a better patient. So the restrictions with the operation rooms, in order to be functional, they must touch a hub. They do not have to touch a supply room. So, knowing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build an operation room here for $3. And then I'm going to build a hub up here with the idea of building a treatment room there, which would be like a perfect stack. And I'm building a hub on the second floor. So should I go for a different... Well, yeah, I should. Actually, no, I want an entrance. Entrance is not going to do anything for me right now. It's the same. Okay. I can take heart people. Alright, I'm done.
Alright. Third action.
We're both hiring. Who'd have thought? Because we had to. Alright, who are you hiring?
Well, I can't really treat the orange patient, so
I can treat the orange patient.
I'm gonna intake this white patient.
Alright, that's key point 1. You have one more key point.
Let's see.
Leaving them there is fine.
Okay.
Leaving the orange patient there is fine.
Okay, I will leave it as it is.
Alright. Okay, so I will...
And patient needs a car.
Actually, I'll take both of these patients. 1, 2. Yes. Yes?
Oh, remind me again. Can cars be parked?
No.
Okay.
They cannot touch the building.
They cannot touch the building.
Alright, so I have 2 patients. I'm going to heal an orange patient this round. So my goal is to try to have a little bit of money so that I can, like, buy a COVID. Oh, I forgot to mention, you can also spend $20 to get rid of a COVID token. You're buying PPE is the thematic thing you're doing. It's not really worth it, to be honest, because the way it pans out, $20 can buy you 7 points. And losing a patient to COVID, yes, you get a COVID counter in the parish pile, but it's only 5 points loss. So you technically can get more points if you let people die. Which, once again, just go into like the capitalism of this game.
But we're not going to do that because we're good people.
We're good Samaritans, allegedly. Alright, so we've taken in our patients. So now we go over to the COVID. So, before our movement phase... Oh, sorry, we're going to add more patients. Oh, we didn't add more patients. Yeah, we should have had another row of patients.
Alright.
I don't think I changed anything yet. Did not change anything. Alright, so now we're going to add another set of patients. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, there's an orange one in there. Wait. Didn't make it out though. Level 1 patients. Everywhere. Okay, so now that happens, we have these COVID tokens to take. So we have to take at least 1. So we're taking 1 apiece. And we have to apply this to somebody in our hospital. Now, the way we were interpreting that before, because the rulebook says in your hospital, inside your hospital, at the start of the game, nobody's in the hospital. Because this triggers at here,
Before the
then-
movement phase.
before the movement phase, then like it's either there's nobody in the hospital to apply to, so do we just throw it away? Do we have a negative start net -2? Which that feels cruel, so we're gonna apply it to whoever we want. Because otherwise the game doesn't stand.
So I think this, in light of that, I think this can go to
Right.
any person on the board.
Correct. Which for me, I want to level up a doctor. I want to get my yellow doctor to be leveled up, so I'm gonna give them COVID.
And I want to level up my doctor too in the lab. So I figure if I give the patient COVID, the other doctor and the nurse will be able to take care of him.
Okay, and then we got one healed COVID. So my thing is I'm gonna need
Oh,
that. I'm gonna need
and
that
this
orange doctor.
is not here.
Oh, sorry.
Yet.
I'm gonna need that orange doctor. The yellow doctor's gonna turn orange to heal this patient, or this patient. Okay. All right. So now that we've done that, now we're gonna do our time. We're gonna do this one at a time initially, but then we're gonna eventually just simultaneously do it because there's a lot to keep juggling. So, Fu, what are you doing with your movements?
All right, so Doctor 1 is going to take 2 time to move over here,
All right.
and then the conveyor to get a free move
Oh, that's 10. It's a spin counter.
up to the lab. The orderly is going to take 3 time to move to the supply room.
All right. So we're at 5.
We're at 5. Doctor and nurse are going to move to the treatment room, so that is 2 each,
So
bringing that up to
9.
9. And then the patient is going to come in and go to the treatment room
all right.
for another 2 time, bringing my total up to 11.
Okay. All right. So we have 11 time for green. Man, you're wasting all that time. I say guys, I'm about to spend a lot of time too. It's gonna be just so much time being spent. Occupational hazard, that's what I call it. So I'm going to send my doctor. So, oh, another thing I forgot to mention. A lot of things I keep forgetting to mention. If a doctor has COVID, they're a patient. They can go to any treatment room. So they're not locked to a specific type of room. So I'm gonna send this doctor here for 2 time. I'm gonna send this doctor here for 2 time, so 1, 2. I'm sending that nurse 1, 2 there. I'm gonna admit this patient, so that's 2, 4, 6. This is gonna be 8. Also, don't put your phone in the camera.
Yeah, it is.
Right. Just make sure. Just letting you know. All right, so that's 8 time for me, and then I'm gonna leave this patient in the pre-admissions. I'm not gonna bring them in. So 8 time for me. Okay. So that is all of our movement. So now that we've done with that, we're gonna go into our business phase. So starting with Fu, your side.
All right, business phase. So I'm curing patients.
Mm-hmm.
So with this white doctor and this nurse, I'm going to cure this white patient who has COVID.
Yeah. Which brings them to the heal pile, which is great. We got 1.
And I get $8 for that.
$8. Got 7.
Moving on down, I've got to pay the staff.
Oh, don't forget about parks. I forgot parks existed. Oh, that'd be a good idea.
Paying the staff because I have an orderly. I've got 4 minus 3, so that's $1 for staff.
Plus
And then
4. Yeah.
for the modules I have, that's additional 4, bringing my upkeep up to 5.
Not bad. Alright. And then do you want to buy any points?
I think at this point in the game, I need to hang on to the money I have.
That's a good idea.
So my money, I don't know if it's technically in this phase or not, but it is going to go
Yep. We're
over
in
to
that
the
phase.
unspendable pound.
All right, and then for me, I am going to treat this orange patient. So I'm in a operation room for cardiac, the cardiology, and there's a built-in nurse in the room. So I have 2 nurses and a white doctor, which should be able to treat this orange for 20. There's just normal patient, so $20, and that is it. My upkeep is going to be a little bit more expensive, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the room, and then 8, 9, 9. That's not that bad. No reductions though, so I have $11 left. Let's see. Do I want to build a room? I mean, I can have $20 available for buying a COVID or buying a PPE. Also, is it supposed to be 224? I think we. Oh, it shuffled. It shifted. Oh no. There we go. Okay. So I think I'm not gonna buy any points right now. This gives me money to build up. Although, is there a reason for me to hold on to this much money? Like, should I buy at least maybe 2 points?
That seems like a bit much to be holding on to.
Yeah, I'll buy 2 points.
Then you get to go first.
All right. Yep. Shuffle that. Admin phase. Admin phase is we're going to return this to here. Excuse me. We're going to clear out these and put them back in the bag. Doctors are going to level up. So your university doctors are going to get smarter by 2 levels.
Yep. So that goes from a white doctor to an orange doctor.
You get 1 point for that.
I do.
And then doctors get. Oh, we add doctors here. This one levels up to. I need an orange doctor. Oh, 2 oranges, nice. A $2 orange doctor, nice.
Nice.
And you did the lab. Patients get sicker, so I need a yellow patient and an orange doctor, please. And that's it for my smarter, dumber stuff. We flip over this. And yeah, that's it. That wasn't that bad. Oh, next round. Oh, right, I forgot. We get a COVID. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Pre-mission room. Since we're gonna have more space up here, actually no, I want it down here. I'm gonna do it there. So I want a COVID patient for there.
And I only have 1 option. That's where I put mine.
Oh yeah, there you go. All right, so next round. So with my $16, I think it might be a good idea to start building facilities because we're gonna need. Well, you're definitely gonna need to build a facility. Actually, no, you healed your person, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no, you're good. You got space.
I do however think that I. Oh, you know what? I did not put a card back when I healed the patient. So.
All right. Hang on, check my cards. I don't have enough cards.
Because what I was thinking of doing is building another treatment room and supply closet here.
Mm-hmm.
Which would allow me to take in more patients. I do eventually want another entrance.
You can do a triage room. Triage rooms, you only get $6 for treating the person. Any doctor of any type can treat any patient of any color. You only get $6. And the patient teleports to the room from the pre-admissions.
That is convenient.
And the only requirement is that it has to be built. It doesn't have to be adjacent to anything. Actually, let me double check. I think it doesn't have to be adjacent to anything. To any hubs, specifically. So the outpatient services, yeah. So for operations we'll look at. So for this one, operation must be adjacent to a service hub on the same floor and blah, blah, blah. Operation in it. So it can just be floating by itself. It can just be floating.
That is convenient.
It cannot be adjacent to another special module, so
Okay.
you have to put it on.
That is inconvenient.
The game finds a way to do
I
both.
quite need it yet, though. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think what I'm gonna go for is, like I was saying, a treatment room.
Hold on. There might be a rule in here that says that you cannot treat COVID people without patient rooms. Oh, okay, never mind. I lied. In addition to normal rules, any healthy doctor can treat an infected patient/doctor for the usual $6, but the healthy doctor becomes infected. Oh.
Oh.
All right.
That
so
is
you transmit it. Oh, okay.
interesting.
Well, to be fair, I think because when we were reading the rules yesterday, you said wasn't there like a transmission that happened?
Oh yeah.
That's where it was.
That's where it was. Okay. So I don't want to do that.
I mean,
I think
it could be useful. Because like, so if you have one doc, like you could use it to like I could get an outpatient room, and then get a white doctor to heal this one, and then transfer the COVID, and I get an orange doctor.
Yeah. That's actually a good strategy for you.
Right. For well, currently for me, because I have an orange doctor who's sick, but I don't know if it's worth.
And I have a way of leveling up my doctors for free anyway, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna go modules here. I do want another entrance and more conveyors. Maybe a parking lot too at some point, but.
So it's 2 builds?
That is a lot of building.
That's at least 2 builds. I mean, you don't have to do it in this round.
I can't do 2 builds this round because I want to pull in more nurses and maybe more orderlies.
Okay, so here's what we can try to do. Because like with the outpatient option, I'm actually considering doing that now. That way you can do nurse. You can get both the nurses for $3. But it'll cost you 2 actions though. Like you have to be higher patient or patient higher, whatever order you do it in. I want to build an entrance too, so that's kind of why I want to build an outpatient room too.
If you're not planning on getting nurses this round, I may do that and pass on building, because the nurses are just going to get more expensive as time goes on.
Right, and I have a little bit more money.
While buildings stay the same, so I think that's the plan.
All right. So we have our marching orders. First actions. So I'm gonna do that. Sorry. Building.
I am. No, this is the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Are you doing a hire?
I'm trying to hire.
Right.
Yes.
I think I did that yesterday. I was like, I want to hire. He's like, that's not the right one. So, what? No, it is. It's a door. They walk in.
Yeah.
You hired them. Okay. So I get to go first.
And do you want to shake the patient's hand to transfer COVID?
Transfer the COVID. All right. That's how you do it. You know, we gotta make sure we get that herd immunity.
Herd.
Oh no. Okay. Building. I'm building twice. I am building an outpatient room and an entrance. The outpatient room can go anywhere, so I'm gonna put it here because it's convenient. Actually, I can build a whole nother building, can't I? I can build on the 2nd floor and get points for it. Nah, that's too much. Actually, if I'm gonna do this, I need to build. Well, no. Okay. So the convenient thing is I don't need to build a thing for this. And then I can walk this doctor there, and then walk the doctor there. Which will cost me a little bit of time right now, but it'll be nice. I don't know, I'll figure that out. So that's build number 1, which cost me $2. So that's that. Did you want the triage room to save time?
This one here?
Yeah. Because if you did not want it, I would throw it somewhere. But I don't want to take all the... Well, actually, no. I don't want that. I want an entrance. Can I have an entrance, please?
Yes. Entrance coming right up.
Thank you. That gives you more Q points, which would be very useful. And I will put it... Oh, heck. Okay, alright. I'm doing... I'm buying this in a second, just not right now. I'm buying this first. And then I'll put the entrance here. So that's $4. Otherwise I would not have been able to put the entrance there. Okay. Yeah, entrances have to be touching a module. Alright, your action.
Alright. I am hiring a doctor. Question is, which doctor do I want?
You know, I'm gonna hold off on healing this guy for this round because I can get him red and then outpatient room. So I'll be building at some point next round.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, did you? Did you need a specific doctor from the hiring pool?
Realizing the transfer COVID thing, I'm not particularly sold on, like, you can take, if you leave them all, then we'll have 2 red doctors, or $2 red doctor. That's if you can afford to let it last around. But outside of that, no.
Yeah.
Because remember, in the bag we only have orange, yellow, and white doctors. And since we've seen, oh no, the white doctor turned, no, the yellow doctor turned orange, and we both purchased a white doctor.
Yeah.
So there's 5 white doctors in the back, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. I mean, I'm hiring anyways because I want a nurse.
Okay.
But since I'm doing that, I might as well pick up a doctor. So I'm going to grab the yellow doctor.
$1?
And the nurse.
Right, that's $2 total.
$2 total. Okay.
2 cars.
And 2 cars. I really do need a parking.
Are you going to build a whole separate building?
I'm thinking about it. That's what I'm leaving this space here for.
Okay.
I could put a car here. And I want to leave this. Okay, so I'm going to put the other car here.
Alright. Next actions. So, I don't think I'm like fully committed to doing 2 builds right now. This is going to be more upkeep. And unless I really wanted the triage room. I can get an orderly. So I think I'll do a higher. Oh, sorry. Right, sorry. I lied. I did a patient. I'm joking. Higher.
I'm doing a build.
Right. So I don't. Well, do I want the orange doctor? I can take a little bit more money. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Oh, patience. Always forget this. Hey, yellows.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? I should have hired patience to help you out. Because you don't have any key points. Well, you only have 2.
Well, I can get 1 more.
Oh, okay. Right. You can also build helipads. Also, fun fact, you're not allowed to build helipads on the first floor, or on the ground zero, I mean. Which is like, oh.
Huh.
It hasn't been relevant at all, but yeah, helipads are entrances that can take people directly to a room that's under, or that's above. Oh, I go first. Sorry. I was waiting for you. I was like, all right, what were you doing? No.
It's fine. It gave me time to kind of plan out my builds.
So you would rather have? Well, I don't want to mess with the doctors, but I feel like I'm kind of wasting a higher action to take.
Yeah,
an orderly.
that's how I felt.
So I'm gonna take an orderly because like I don't want to mess with 2 red doctors for pretty cheap, or for a $2 red doctor. So I was gonna take an orderly for $1, which feels like a slightly wasted action, but I get to reduce the cost. Also, I have another another person for COVID fodder if I really need it. Although I'm probably gonna put the COVID on this patient, and then heal them here so I can get somebody in the pool, because I don't want too much COVID overrunning. Because we're about to get 2, then 4. All right, and then your turn.
All right, so I'm building. First of all, a entrance.
All right, don't forget that can rotate. You can turn Lazy Susan. It's fun.
An entrance is $2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to build a treatment room.
And you're gonna put a supply room
Or-
over it or next to it?
I'm gonna get some change. And the supply room is gonna go next to it. Well, I guess that's a good spot for a garden, right?
Oh, that's a great spot for a garden. I forgot
Yeah.
what gardens.
Yeah. And the supply closet can go on top of that.
Right.
Right, so yeah, let's do that.
And then that can set up your second floor if that's what you're building. Your first floor is shot because of the other room. Unfortunately.
So yeah, that's that. And I'll put the entrance. Flipping it.
Yeah, so $3 total?
So $5 total.
Oh right, you built the other room. Yeah, $5 total. All this building going on. It's nonsense. What is this? A hospital for ants? A clinic for ants, I mean? Okay, so now we're done with that. More patients. Just 2 this time. Wow. To be fair, there are 18 white patients in the bag, so it makes sense there's a lot of white patients showing up. Right.
And
I mean, we both have the patients, so did you want any specific color patient?
I keep mixing these up.
Did you want any specific color patient? Because I have.
I would love to pick up a yellow patient.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do? Oh, never mind. I didn't realize. I thought, for some reason, I thought I built that there. This is a better idea though. So I'm gonna take these 2. And this one is COVID. And then I'm going to. Did you want a white patient as well?
Probably. I don't know yet if I want 2 yellow or 1 yellow and 1 white.
Because I can set you up for 2 yellow.
Mm.
I mean, well, you can afford it with your Q points, but just to give you an extra Q point, just in case something shows up you want.
Yeah. Well, nothing's gonna show up, right? Between.
Oh, you're right. Nothing's gonna show up before you go. Yeah.
So
would you rather have 2 yellows or just leave it like it is?
let's see.
Because if you're impartial to it, I can just take another patient and let them incubate for a few rounds.
Because we're about to get more COVID.
Right.
So, thinking it through, if I got 2 yellow, I can cure them both.
But at what cost? No.
And I could also let them get sicker.
For more money for the
more
future
money.
rounds. Yeah. Oh, which is a fair strategy. Well, once again, the game kind of encourages you to let people get sick before you cure them, which is like, I don't know, like, there's a word for that. It's like opportunistic or something like that.
Capitalism?
Capitalism. There you go. We're playing capitalism, the game.
I think 2 yellow is good because that way I don't have to wait. I can process them quicker because we're about to get a lot of COVID.
Right. I mean, well, in round 3 for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like by round 3 I'll have some nurses too. Oh, you only bought 1 nurse? Oh, I could have got the nurse. Actually, no, because you want the cheaper nurse. Yeah, right. You.
Because you wanted the orderly.
Right. I did want the orderly to help reduce the cost because they got a lot of stuff.
Yep.
But look, I'm very efficient because all these rooms can use 1 supply room. Magic. All right.
So you're done if you're inpatienting?
I'm done. Yeah.
All right. I'll go ahead and grab the 2 yellow patients.
And did you want to do anything with your last key point?
Let's see. I guess I can move this yellow over.
Okay. Well, all right, and then we add patients. 2. And we get COVID. Supplies. Person. I'm not gonna finish this sentence. I forgot. Family friendly. All right. So I'm gonna treat this doctor. No, I'm gonna transfer it. That doctor's not gonna treat it. So I'm going to do that then. Actually, no. I need to do this. So this code is gonna go on that patient, and that patient's gonna go up here to get healed. And then these patients are gonna be sad. Be sad for a little bit. Alright, so because these two have COVID, they have to go into the hospital, which is the unfortunate part. So this one is gonna go 1, and then 2. And this one's gonna go 3, 4, put in with the rest of the sick. And then this patient's gonna hang out there. So that's 4, and then 5, 6. So I spent 6 time total. Yeah. So from 8 to 14. Alright, you're up.
I have a question.
Yep.
I hired these people before I built this entrance.
Right.
Do they have to be on this entrance, or can they be moved for free to this entrance?
No, they don't have to be on the entrance, because you move them all to your entrance. Basically, like the staging area is the entrances, but you just put them to the side. At least
Okay, so they were supposed to have been here.
Right.
That saves me 2 time.
There you go. That'd be
Alright.
awful for you, like if you couldn't choose your entrances.
Okay, so patients are going to be moved in here.
So
for 1 time each.
2, nice. It's like you planned that.
It's like I planned that.
Wait, you're gonna heal them? Oh, you don't have the guardian yet. Oh no, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that is very unfortunate. Doctor's gonna come in here for 1 time. Nurse is gonna come in here for 1 time. And then, because I have the rooms linked by conveyors, this doctor is gonna move here, and this doctor is gonna move here.
Nice.
Both for free.
Nice.
So I spent 4 time this turn.
Wow. I thought I was doing something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Haha! You've lost 5 points. Technically, because our scores are co-op, we're both losing. We're losing 9 points as a team, but still.
So we're in the negatives right now.
Well, no, because these are worth points.
Oh.
This is 1, 2, 3.
If you don't die.
I got 3 points on my board, and you got a lot of points on your board, because your doctors aren't sick of COVID. But I just like coughing, like somebody heal me, or I was like, no, we're good, we're good. We don't take it seriously here. We do. COVID is a very serious thing. All right, so that's done with the movement. So now we're to business phase. So my business phase is going to be healing this COVID patient. I have the appropriate doctors. There's a built-in nurse in that room. So I succeeded. I get $12. It's just enough to pay for my stuff. So $12, and then my expenses are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Minus 3, so 8. So I have $3 left. All right. The question is, do I buy a point? Do I need 11? What do I do with $11? Oh, question. Are you gonna buy the $2 red doctor?
I don't think I need it.
Okay, in that case.
I think my next round will be lacking in the hiring.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a point then, because I can buy the cheaper thing. So I'll get the red doctor, and then I'll get the outpatient room, and then figure out everything else from there. Maybe a nurse to spread some COVID. All right.
Okay. So let's see. I'm curing these 2 patients. One with the orange doctor, and the other with a yellow doctor and a nurse.
All right. So $24, and 2 to the pile of victory. We're pretty good at this. Nobody's died yet.
I mean, that's what the world thought at first, right?
We got this COVID thing. So it's like, man, this umbrellas keep me like dry from the rain. Who needs umbrellas? You don't need an umbrella. Throw the umbrella away. It's a waste of time. Look, nobody got sick from, or nobody got wet from the rain. That was the American mentality.
Right. So it's 24 from the 2 cured COVID patients. As far as upkeep goes, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 orderly takes care of themselves and the 2 nurses, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12
Okay.
in upkeep.
So 1 patient's worth of upkeep.
Yes.
And then you said you're going to do hiring? Or no, you're going to do... what are you going to do? Or you're going to keep all of it?
I'm going to keep all of it because I'm going to be building.
Okay. Alright. Especially if you're building on the 2nd floor. I understand. Alright. So that's it for that. Now we go into the admin phase. Admin phase, this goes back up. We clear out these 3 back to bag. University people get smarter. So we need 2 red doctors, please. Actually, I need 3 red doctors. Yep. So many red doctors. And then I need a yellow patient, 2 yellows. I'll return those. Yeah.
Is this becoming a yellow?
No, that one goes away. No,
Oh.
that was my my doctor got sicker.
Oh.
This was no, this is here. Yeah.
All right. That becomes a yellow. Yellow becomes a white. So in here we have yellow and white.
Wait, just rotate them. Yeah, just rotate them because that's gonna become orange.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Musical chairs.
musical.
Musical doctors. I don't know. Oh, and you get a point.
Musical hospital beds or something. I don't know.
Musical. Oh, no.
And I get a point. Yeah.
All right. And then we've done the things. You don't have any patients left.
I have no patience.
Okay.
I'm impatient.
Aha. Oh no, you're outpatient. And then we get our customary COVID for our inpatients that we will have to take. Yeah, we'll put it here for sure. Okay. We're gonna have a fun time this round. So we have a lot to worry about. But I mean specifically me. So this nurse goes away. Alright, oh, and you're first. Okay. So, I know I'm doing for my first action.
I definitely forgot the cars with the 2 patients, but
Nah, this is fine.
there's plenty of parking.
Yeah, it's just like 14 parking spaces or something like that.
Oh, right. We are deciding on doing things.
Yes. Haha, it is not I who's first. It is you.
Oh, no.
Alright, build.
Build.
Hey. Or what are you building?
I want the garden.
Oh, they're over there. In the green. $2?
That is $2. And let's see. While you know what? I'm gonna build a parking lot.
Okay.
That
It has to go in the,
has to go
in the space.
in the space. Oh shoot. Over here. Why not?
And when you build a parking lot, you're allowed to, as a quick action or as immediate action, teleport cars to it. You can teleport up to 2 cars to it right now. If you would like.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If I built another wing here,
Mm-hmm.
garden does not connect
Well,
buildings, does it?
they do not, correct. If you build a treatment room here that's functional, then that could work.
yeah.
That one garden can service all
Yeah.
3 of those.
I like that idea, that potential idea, if I get to that point.
It's expensive, but you can try it.
I don't think I'll get there, but
Alright,
I like planning for the possibility.
there you go.
And that is another $2.
So $4 total.
So 4 in total.
And then for me, I'm gonna get this out of the way so I don't forget. I'm gonna build the outpatient room here for 2, and then I am going to build another entrance. Should I build an entrance? I feel like building an entrance is, I mean, having another Q point would be nice. There's a thing I found, like having more than 4 Q points in this game is excessive. But like I'm in cardiology and psychology, so it's like I can take either one. Actually no, I want conveyors. Can I have 2 conveyors, please? That's gonna be $4 total for me. So that's my 5. Take a 1. Thank you. Should get these placed because I have to shuffle some people around.
What are you spending the other $2 on?
This.
Oh.
Outpatient room. Yeah. So I put a conveyor here so I can get doctors moving around. Because this doctor has to walk there. I think this doctor has to walk there too. So, either way, I'm going to save one time. Actually, it's going to suck regardless. Okay, alright, I'm done.
Alright.
Next action. Oh, patience. This is the hard part. So let me think. I have 6 cars. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Oh, we're getting 4 COVID? Okay, I forgot about that. Oh no. That's like everybody in my hospital. Like, ah! Okay. Alright. Ready?
Okay.
Hire.
Building.
Okay. So I'm gonna hire. I'm assuming you don't want the 4. Or, okay.
Go for it.
$2 one, $2 one. So that's $4 total. So the thing is, I'm gonna need to heal a lot of patients this round because my upkeep is gonna be a lot. Because I'm gonna have 2 red doctors. Actually, no, I'm gonna have a red and an orange. No, I'm gonna have 2 red doctors. Yeah. I'm gonna have to heal both of those.
Okay. I'm gonna build 2 more conveyor spots, spending $4.
Alright, that's both of your actions.
That's both of my builds. Which lets me build out my teleportation network.
There you go. Right. And then hiring, or not hiring, admitting patients will be the next thing we do.
Yep, because we don't have a choice.
No, I need a red patient, an orange patient, a red patient. This is worthless. Worthless. Okay. Oh, you go first. Never mind.
I go first. Okay. Do you need more than 1 yellow patient?
I would actually. So I have an orange, a yellow, possibly an orange. I can only deal with 2 patients total, because this doctor is going to transmit that. Actually, I'm going to deal with 1 patient actually. So I'm gonna get 6 plus 12. I'm gonna get $18. Hold on, let me do the math here. Well, so either way, this doctor needs to be healed. So either this doctor's healing that, and this one's doing something. And if that's the case, that this one's doing something, then I'm not gonna be able to deal with 2 yellow patients.
Okay. So.
Oh, sorry, I'm not gonna be able to deal with 2 yellow patients this round. I would rather have a white patient get COVID than a yellow patient.
Okay. So I'm gonna admit 2 yellow patients.
All right.
And would you like patients moved?
It wouldn't hurt. I wouldn't complain.
All right. Yellow up top or?
both yellow white?
I have only the one.
Yep. Oh, you got
I
3.
have 2 entrances.
My bad. Yeah, you're correct. The white would be more convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then for me,
And I need to do parking, patient parking, before I forget again.
I see my cars too. The real question is, are you going to build a second building? That's what parking becomes an issue for.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to build a second building this game. I'm just going to focus on building stuff up here. Okay, I want to admit I got 3 key points. So 1, 2, 3. I'm taking 2 white patients. Actually, hold on. I'm doing 1. Yeah. 2, 3. Well, no, because so I did 1, 2, 3. Nope. Wait. Math is hard. Ah, it's inconvenient. Yeah, it would have been better if you moved the yellow. because I just realized I can get an orange patient here, and then use the operation room. But the operation room costs more money if I use it. So that's fine. 2, 3. All right. Okay, I've taken my patients. So how many COVIDs do you want to take?
Let me see. I'm looking at potentially 2 orange patients, which means that's that.
I have technically some capacity to take patients.
I can take 2 easily.
Right. I'll get one.
If need be, I can take a 3rd, but that means that's going to go on my orderly and I pay more in upkeep. But it is possible.
I have an extra nurse, so I can just let my nurse take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I'm
yeah,
basically
I'll-
putting 1 on the nurse and 1 on the patient.
Yeah, I'll take 2. Questions where I'm gonna put the other one. So the nurse is gonna get COVID. I can get the other nurse COVID. Do I need nurses is a big question. So this is gonna be. Oh, I need to. I'm not gonna have a doctor left anyway. Oh no, I have 1 doctor. Okay. Yeah, I don't need any nurses right now. So this nurse is also gonna get COVID. Okay. So both of my nurses are getting COVID for this round. Movements. Starting with you.
Alright, so this nurse is going to go into quarantine.
So it's 1 time to get out.
Yep. The doctors are going to swap spaces at no cost because of the conveyors.
Mm-hmm.
Patients are going to go in to the treatment room for 1 cost, 1 time each.
Yep. So you're at 3.
I'm at 3. That is it.
Ah, nice. And you got a park? Rude. Alright, my hospital's not as luxurious, but look at this parking I have for you. Alright,
You have a parking lot.
So my nurse is not going to enter, she's going to go quarantine. Has reasons. This nurse is going to spend 1 time to go out. This says 1 time for me. This patient's going to come in for 1 there. And this red doctor with COVID is going to move into the outpatient room. Sorry, I'm at 3. And then this white doctor is going to go conveyor 1, 2. So I'm at 5. And this red doctor has to come in, so they're gonna come in. Oh heck, I need a nurse. Oh no, what have I done? Shoot. Are we allowed to retcon? Do we get mulligans, or is it too late?
I mean, if it's something you literally just did, then yeah, go for it.
All right, this orderly's getting COVID, not the nurse. This nurse was here. Okay, the reason why is because Alright, so I'm at 4 time. And then this orderly is gonna go 1, 2 to quarantine. It's gonna make it more. Actually, I don't know if that's worth. That's not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it. Okay, I'm not doing that.
Oh, this is some nice jazzy music.
Right? Boring hospital music. Yeah, the orderly is gonna be worth more to me than being here. So I'm still at 4 time, I think, or 5 time. I don't know. I lost track. I'm at 5 time. That's my penalty for undoing a thing. This doctor's gonna enter. He can't treat anybody, which is sucks because he's too good. He's too good. Dang. I had to choose a nurse on that one. No, you know what? Okay, fine. All right. I'm retconning the retcon. I am going to send the orderly out. So 4. Nurse is still here. And then this is going to go 1, 2. So I'm at 6. And then this doctor's useful now. Yay. They're going to go here for 1. This nurse is going to conveyor 2. So I'm spending 8 time. Not the greatest. Also, I hate that I did that with the patients. Because now they're like, walk over here to kill this one, walk over there to kill that one. Oh my gosh. So I spent 8 time. You spent how much time?
3.
And yours. 1, 2, 3. I'm at 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 22. Okay. Cool. We did it. I'm gonna get 1 COVID healed. Technically, I'm getting 1, 2, 3 knocked off. That one's getting transferred.
Alright. Well, I'm getting these 2 patients healed with a garden bonus.
So it's going to be $28?
Is that how to maths?
Yeah.
Garden is +2. Yeah. So, yeah, 28. 2 more for the COVID survivors.
Hey, I added like at least 2 people in there. I helped. I helped. Alright, and then upkeep for you.
Alright, so upkeep. Orderly pays for themselves and the nurses again. I think upkeep is the same, which should be 12. Let's see, 3.
Well, the part costs 1 too.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay,
Yeah.
13. So that is that.
Alright.
And I think, let's see. Will I be hiring? I think I will be hiring next turn. So I want to hang on to a little bit of money.
Oh, also, sorry, another thing for the rules is I know it's kind of late for me to mention more rules things, but I think in the rulebook, I don't remember, it hasn't really mattered, but when people go quarantine, they take their cart with them. But
They take what?
I thought they take their cart with them. Let me see if I can find it. When your staff self-quarantine, they take their cart with them? Let me check.
No, because the quarantine is on-site quarantine.
Oh yes, it says but they leave their car there. Where
Yeah.
it is. Okay, never mind. Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, you have to do cars for patients. So that is gone. So I'm going to save 3, and this 12 I'm going to spend to buy points.
4 points.
4 points.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And, then
And this is at this point cured, or
oh no, it just goes
happen
into the
later?
pile.
yeah. That happens now or later?
It happens now.
Okay.
Okay. And then for me, I'm just gonna get these 2 back healed, and then this, red doctor is gonna treat this COVID patient with the nurse. Man, really hate not having clever doctors. It's gonna be $12. And then this, I get $6 for doing this outpatient room. But according to the rules, the outpatient room, it transfers the COVID. Which is... Oh no! The
Oh, no.
worst. It could be bad, especially if I let it rack up too much. But it's convenient. Because I get to get a red doctor. I have to pay for him, but I get a red doctor. And, oh wait, no, I don't pay for him yet because Alvin said they're technically still a patient.
The white one is a patient. The red one is no longer a patient.
No. That's what he said. Hold on, I can get the. Okay, fine. All right. So yeah, the way we interpret is that the white one is not a patient. The red one I have to pay for. Okay.
Yeah, because the way I see it is.
Well, no. So the reason why they're still patients is because they don't level down. That was another reason why they said they were considered still a patient. Because he just got healed.
Okay, I can buy that.
And then this one, I pay for.
Yeah, because I was initially looking at this business track here.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, yeah, the freshly cured doctor has to be paid.
Right,
But
so, welcome back.
But that is a good argument for
Because I mean, he said that they don't level down because they're a patient. So
yeah.
So this one's not a patient yet though, which is, oh no. Oh, okay. All right. So woohoo rules.
So newly infected doctors are not patients for upkeep.
Right, for upkeep. But next round they'll be patients. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no, because if you give your doctor, okay. So I would level the argument that from outpatient rooms specifically, they're not patients yet, and they're still a patient. Actually, okay, let me get the rules. The rules talk about the outpatient room specifically, which is why I'm gonna spend a little bit of time thinking about it. But it says, in addition to the normal rules, so for outpatient services, in addition to normal rules, any healthy doctor can treat any infected patient/doctor for the usual $6, but the healthy doctor becomes infected. Simply move the COVID towel from under the patient/doctor to under the treating doctor. And like I said, the clarifications I'm referring to are from Board Game Geek. Alvin posted them. The problem with the clarifications in Board Game Geek are that there's 3 questions that somebody asked, and then Alvin answered all 3 with the same answer, which after reading it a few times, it made sense as to why they were made with the same answer. But one of the questions was, if a red doctor, at the end of the game, if a red doctor is infected with COVID, do I get the 5 points for them being a red doctor, or do I lose 8 points? And the response that Alvin gave was, they are considered a patient, so no, you don't lose points. But then it's like, okay, well, if they're considered a patient, not a doctor, you should lose the points. So it was a little bit confusing. So that's where I said, like, it's a little bit ambiguous, so we're playing loose and fast with the rules. I think it would make sense because this one doesn't level down, I think it would make sense that their state is maintained until the start of the next round. But for the infections that come from here, they become a patient immediately. Like, that would make...
Because this is where we know they have COVID. This is when they've been infected.
Right.
But they are still testing they're still testing negative.
Oh yeah. It's what's the word? There's a word. Oh my gosh.
Pre-symptomatic?
Yeah. Or is that the word, pre-symptomatic?
I mean, depends on what you're trying to say.
There was unsymptomatic. Symptomatic sounds like the right.
So there's asymptomatic.
That word.
Where they have
asymptomatic.
They have whatever the infection is, but they have no symptoms. And
Well,
I think folks were saying pre-symptomatic specifically for, like, yes, they know they're infected and expect to develop symptoms, but
Right.
it is still early, so.
Yeah. So this doctor's pre-symptomatic. Let's call it that for symptomatic purposes. So pre-symptomatic has been cured. Okay, cool. All right. And I think that's it for that. So my upkeep is going to be. So basically, I get to benefit from having a red doctor for next round, without paying for them, which is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 4. Goodness.
Yep.
13. 13?
Wait, what? No, 11.
11. Sorry. 11, 12, 13. See, I was adding them all up.
Yeah,
14, 15. $15. Oh boy, I had $3 left.
That's a point.
Well, hold on. Because, dude, the question is, what do I want to do with my money next round? I want nurses. I feel like somebody's gonna need to start buying nurses. Are you gonna start getting nurses? Are you gonna start hiring nurses?
I'm gonna start hiring.
Nurses or orderlies? You have a spot for an orderly.
Ideally, nurses, I think. The issue of orderlies is that they take time to move out.
Yeah, initially, but once they're placed, they're placed. I mean, if you get them before round...
No, I'm saying if
5.
if they are infected. If I use them as COVID fodder.
I see.
Nurses are my favorite COVID fodder.
Because they're gonna move around anyway. Yeah.
But that is the only downside for me picking up an orderly instead of a nurse. So I don't mind paying for
Can I
expensive
afford?
nurse.
They're 2 and 3 for the nurses. I would need to do nothing but hire a nurse and maybe a $1 doctor, which is probably gonna be a white or a yellow doctor.
I can do a $2 doctor and a $3 nurse.
I will still need. So basically, I'm not buying a point. Okay, right. I would not be able to buy a point then, because I think we're at the point where we need bodies for COVID, or to get patients to heal, and like I feel like we figured out our way to get our patients better. Okay. So because we're doing the pre-symptomatic situation, I would also make the argument that this one does not get sicker yet. So it's like it delays it around, which is a little annoying because it'll be convenient if you turn yellow now and I can get a white doctor and swap it. But if having it both ways, it seems unfair. Okay, feels like it breaks the module if I do it that way. Okay, so we're done with all those. Now we do this. Moves, clears. Oh no, our patients. I will need a red doctor. Oh, actually, no, I got it. Sorry, I kind of had that one back. Sorry, because this one's going to become less. There we go. Science. Oh, wrong back. And do you have anybody leveling down?
Yeah, I'm basically doing the little
Again? The merry-go-round?
the merry-go-round. Yeah.
You have like perpetual doctor system.
Yeah, it's a very efficient system.
Alright, I need 2 orange patients. Oh, that's actually bad. I need to deal with those.
Doctors or patients?
Well, 2 orange patients, yeah. Well, I need to do some healing.
And we need to take the COVID.
Oh. Yep, we gotta take our COVIDs.
No, I mean this COVID.
No, that's for next round.
Oh, right. No, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm.
I was supposed to say, did we not take our COVID? Oh no! I barely survived and we didn't take our COVID. Oh no!
My brain is not braining.
He's got a COVID. No. All right, got COVID brain. Okay, so count your cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 7,
Yep.
8, 9, 10.
My cars are accurate.
Okay. And I'm going first. Aha.
Aha.
Oh, actions. So I am.
Wait, you're going first?
Yeah. Because we're in an even round. It rotates every round.
Oh, I thought the person with the most points goes first.
Oh no, you're right. The person with the least points goes first, actually.
Oh.
How do I have more points here? Oh no, I'm looking the wrong track. I was like, how do I have more points here? Yeah, sorry. Well, because normally when I play solo, I don't have to worry about that. But I was looking at this as like rotate. But you're right. Whoever has the least points goes first. Which I have not been paying attention to that at all. I've just been rotating it the whole time. It's not like it matters that much. Like we're playing cooperatively.
Yeah.
If you're playing competitively, it matters a lot. So, it would be convenient for me to get that white doctor.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a higher because that way I can get a nurse. You said you're okay with getting a $3 nurse?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can figure out what to do with the rest of my life afterwards. Alright, I got my action. Alright, I'm hiring.
Hiring.
Alright, I get to go first. So one.
Every day I'm hiring.
Boo. So that's gonna be $3 total. And then I get 2 cars. Parking simulator. Gotta love it. I ain't able to park there.
Alright. I am paying $5 for the $2 doctor and a $3 nurse.
There you go. 2 cars for you.
Yup.
So we're gonna get 4 COVID again. Who's taking what for COVIDs? Because look, I'm in a situation to where I have the capacity to take some COVIDs to hold on to.
I can take 3.
You can take 3.
Yeah.
Like you can take 3 and still be profitable.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because I'm gonna have if I take 3, I'll have 4 COVID individuals total.
People or patients or a mix.
A mix.
Okay, gotcha.
2 patients, 2 nurses. I have the combination of nurse plus doctors to cure the 2 patients.
Okay.
Like I've one of every doctor, so it's like I have a lot of flexibility there in what I do.
Okay.
I could even potentially take all of the COVID tokens and slap one on a doctor.
No, you can't because I have to take 1.
Oh, you have to take 1, yeah.
But yeah, the reason I'm asking because I was considering giving both of these COVID, and then healing all the COVIDs. Because I have a red, orange, nurse, and then operation room. The problem is that I don't have to worry about, well, I don't have to worry about this person yet. I can technically worry about them later. So what I'm saying is I could possibly take 2. Maybe 3 if I let a nurse go. Or keep the orderly out. Getting more money now would be a good idea for me, because I don't think I'm going to be able to build a second building with all these cars. But getting more conveyor networks so I can stop wasting as much time would be a goal, even if it's only for 2 rounds. For me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to do it now because I could. And do 1 build. This feels like a waste.
If you know what? If you're able to set it up so I can get 3 patients.
Alright, do you need a specific color or do you only need white?
Like, I think 1 needs to be white. The others can be like yellow or orange.
Okay, yeah. So if you get, okay, so
in fact, they can even be like I can even take 1 red. That's also doable.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I can focus on that.
Yeah, because I only have 3 QP.
Right, and I only have 3, but I don't really need any patients right now.
Yeah.
So I can literally spend all my patient actions.
Awesome.
I'll go before you, so it's just,
And yeah, you
can do it. We've done that.
Oh, you know what? I just realized I can actually intake twice.
You hired already?
Yeah, I've done my hiring.
Hey, orange, yellow, yellow. Good timing.
So I'm trying to decide now if I want to intake patients twice, or if I have a need to build anything.
I will let you figure that out.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you could build an entrance to give you more key points. So you won't have to rely on the timing of that. But side note, you can also build a helipad. I don't know if that'll help, but you could. Nobody ever built helipads. They're cool. They give you a queue point. I mean, that's worth something. Or if you want your conveyor network to be more expansive. You can put a conveyor belt in your supply room. Or if you're gonna build on the top floor for more points, you can start working on that with $5. I don't know.
I don't think that's happening. I could build out here for a very cheap extra 6 points.
8 points.
8 points?
If
very
it's,
cheap.
if it's functional.
Yeah. Because that's only going to cost 6. No, that's only going to cost 4.
Well, because you were talking about using this, you could build this way.
Yeah. Yeah, I can build here, like that.
Well, no. So what I'm saying is build this way and then build up your supply room.
That too, yes.
Because that way you'll be able to
Park
preserve
more,
your parking. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the issue is that you only have one entrance, so you would really need to conveyor there.
Yeah. Well, I can conveyor, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's an option. And that's very doable for $5. And
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you're not gonna be able to get it functional with the conveyor this round.
right. I can get a functional this round. Conveyor can be next round.
Okay. Yeah.
No, because I need an entrance.
No, you don't need an entrance. They can walk in. The entrance just means that they can enter into the board that area. Once they're on the board, they have to walk to it.
Oh, so they can walk across the empty spaces?
Yeah, they can walk across parks. They can walk across all modules,
Aw.
even parking lots.
Alright. I think that's a good plan. That's a good solid cheap 8 points.
There you go. All right, I will do the patient intake. So okay, let me consider my life for a second.
I don't know about you, but I need way more than a second to consider my life.
There's so much to consider. The reason I'm saying is because we're gonna take. See, I'm trying to see if I can set myself up to take 3 COVIDs and get the same money I'm gonna get, because I have a red, orange, and yellow, or red, orange, and white doctor. I do need to treat this patient. It would be nice to get them out of the way, so I don't have to keep worrying about them. So let's say this doctor treats that patient. This doctor treats COVID. This doctor treats COVID. White. So I can take. I can take 3 COVID actually. Would you benefit for only taking 1 COVID?
But I want to take 3 COVID.
Or would it because I mean the reason why I said I can take 3 codes is because that would level this up, so I don't need a nurse.
Okay. So if I take fewer COVID, I can. What I can do instead is I can build another entrance, so I can intake up to 4 patients. So I can treat a bunch of people this round. I can treat.
Because I mean, so the question is, can you deal with 4 COVID tokens? Because you have 1 already. So if you take the 3.
Yeah, no, like that's what I said earlier. I can deal with 4 tokens in total.
Okay.
If I were dealing with only 3 in total, I can probably treat 4 patients instead of just 3.
Okay. So in that case, I'll plan on taking 2. So okay. So what I'll do is I'll do Q.1. Actually, yeah, I need that. Q.1. And then did you have any preference on colors? I don't need to.
Yeah, if you are able to move a yellow cube to the psych track.
So it's 2.
Yeah.
And did you want me to swap the orange and the white, or leave the orange there?
That's fine. So what I think I will do is I'm gonna. Wait.
I'll do that then.
Hang on.
Oh, okay.
When new patients come in, does the column with the orange go away?
Here they'll go. Oh, sorry. Here they'll go away.
Okay, so not before I get to intake patients.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build a vision ward.
Oh, okay.
So I can take the white from the vision ward. I can take the yellow and orange from the psych ward, and probably another white from the vision ward.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna do this so we can get at least 3 more patients.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Alright, so I'm all done with that, and then your
My
builds.
shenanigans.
So the limitations, you have to have the hub before you can take the patient in that spot. Same for the COVID stuff.
Oh. Oh.
But the hub doesn't have to be functional. You have to have the service hub, though. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. Well, actually, maybe it says it has to be functional. Let me check.
Oh. But yeah, I can't have them in the clinic then. Would you then actually be able to, instead of putting the yellow in the cardiac track, can you put the white in the can you put another patient in the psych track?
Another patient in psych track? I would not be able to do that.
The psych. The top one.
Right. I mean, I can't because I'm not allowed to do that.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
I can only swap.
Oh, okay.
I mean, another patient's gonna go in there.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, perfect.
So let me check here. Now you must have set new infections. Take all the tiles from the board, distribute them amongst players. Apply each tile you receive to a different person in your clinic, patient, doctor, and orderly. If you give COVID-19 to a doctor or patient, place the tile under to show they're infected. Elderly, they die. Pregnant woman, they get upset, they leave, you lose 2 points. It doesn't say. Huh. I feel like it said somewhere that you can only put it in a room where you have the service. It might have been a clarification. Anyway, so the way I would interpret, since I guess we can make it up, the way I would interpret it would be you have to have the service hub before you can start putting patients or COVID in that room.
No,
you don't have to have it functional, just have that hub.
That makes sense.
So if you wanted to build a hub, you could.
Let's see, do I want to take in 3 patients or 4 patients? Because I could build a hub and yeah, so here's my thinking. If I do this, do that. That'll cost me 5.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'll be able to take in 3 patients, which means I can get everything from the psych track and 1 from the vision track, or potentially everything from the psych track, depending on who shows up.
Okay, yeah.
I think this is a good plan.
It gives you flexibility, and it's functional.
Yeah.
All right.
So I am flat broke.
Hey, I have $3 left.
And by that I mean I carefully planned out my money, my finances.
Well, I got a surplus. It could be a point, but I got surplus. So,
Let's see. Money sitting in your bank is money not earning you more money.
it is true. It is true. That's the rules of StarCraft. You're right. If you haven't spent the money, that's army you could have on the table, or could have on the map. Oh heck!
Heck?
That person has to go there. That's unfortunate. Makes it just slightly stressful. Yeah. Slightly more stressful, not more stressful. Let's put the stress with the rest of the stress.
Alright, we know what I'm doing.
Oh, right. Oh, you're hiring. Hold on.
I'm hiring patients.
Oh, sorry. Not hiring. Admitting patients.
Yeah.
I could do a build and save time because I'm gonna be spending a lot of time here in a second. Do you care about this room?
Nope.
Okay.
It is co-op, so
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do that. The alternative for me was to do patience again and then hold on to them, but I think I think I need to start getting patients out of the way because I need to get this doctor healed. Because then I can have 1, 2, 3, 4 doctors to do some healing. And we're gonna need to increase our I'm gonna need to increase my capacity. Like you can deal with 4 right now. I can only deal with 3 because one of my doctors is sick. So I'm doing a build, and my build is gonna be $2 to build this. Oh, where am I put it? I can put it here. No, I can't. All right. Well, that's actually $3, not $2. Hold on. I cannot take that. I'm $1 short. I have to build on this floor. That's unfortunate. So I could build it here. The reason I don't want to build it here is because I want to put my treatment room there for cardiology. Or I can just give up. You know what? Fine, I'll give up on it. Give up on your dreams. Go ahead. Why not? You're a millennial. Alright. Okay. So that is that room built. So I will save 3 time. It seems kind of late to spend $3 to save 3 points. Actually, that's a good exchange. It'd be better if I built it earlier, though.
Alright, and set all your...
Yep.
Yeah, because you're out of money. Alright, admitting patients. So, I am going to spend 2 QP.
Alright.
Take these 2 into... there. And for 1 remaining QP...
You know what? I'll build a conveyor. No. Well, no. Yeah, I'll build a conveyor. Can I have a conveyor, please?
Oh, yes.
I get $1 back.
I'm going to take another psych patient because that way I don't have to deal with time, spendy time.
There you go. Alright, so we're all good with that. And now, the moment we've been waiting for. Here comes the general.
COVID.
Like we had two different branches of the conversation.
I do like yours better though.
Oh, red patient, finally. Alright, so how many did you want to take?
I can easily take at least 2.
Alright, I'm taking another 2. I should be able to treat both of these. Actually, no, I shouldn't. I should. I shan't. Oh no.
You what? I thought you said it was family friendly.
What? Shan't is a word. You should not. You shan't.
Ah.
See?
I heard something completely different.
Wow. Okay. Rude. All right. Moving on. So now we are in our time phase. So for me, these guys all have to go to a room, which is great. I have exactly enough rooms for them. So we're gonna go 1. Oh. Sorry, 2. So it's 2 time, and this one's gonna be 3, and this doctor is gonna go 4. This doctor is gonna go 5, 6. To teleport there, and this nurse is gonna go 7. This nurse is gonna go 8. And finally, the orderly is going to go 9, 10. It would have been nice to save 3 time, but I figured because there's 4 people going into this room, I need a conveyor. So I feel like I saved more time. Anyway, I spent 8. No, 10. I spent 10. So 22, 32.
Ooh, alright.
And then...
So...
Right. So what I'm doing with this is, it seems cheap, but I'm basing it in 6 free dollars to bounce the code between the 2. As we keep infecting each other. It's 6 free dollars.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of a waste, and like I'm stalling because I would like this to turn yellow, but I don't have anything else for this doctor to do. Actually, no, like okay, fine. This doctor will be useful. I'll put him there. All right, so that's the same time. Actually, That's one less time. Okay, because like this doctor can heal that patient at least.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, it's $6 extra, but it's silly.
But you
because-
heal a patient, you get money.
Yeah, I heal a patient, I get him out, I get COVID out of the way, and we're about to get 5, so
Yeah.
I should clear that. Okay.
Right. So my movement.
Yep.
I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and instead have these 2 doctors swap places for free.
Nice.
This doctor is gonna come in for 1.
Mm-hmm.
This patient is going to come in for 1. So that is 2 total.
Okay.
So far. I've got patient coming in for 1.
So 3.
And another patient coming in for 1.
4. And then nurses.
So
Are you giving nurses COVID? Oh, you're right. Pass your COVID on.
yeah, like they don't need to be coveted. Do they have to
Yes.
go in, or they can't just stay outside on a smoke break?
Correct. No, we had cigarettes. We already saw what happened. Cigarettes were worse. they have to enter. They have to enter your hospital.
Okay. So I guess they're gonna enter. It doesn't really matter where they are because they're not needed right now.
Well, if you put them in all your stuff is connected by conveyor. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
fine. For me, it mattered because it's like it put the nurses here instead of
Right.
there.
Right. So, because right now as it stands, all 3 patients can be treated.
Nice. There you go. You haven't infected any doctors? What? What is this?
No, because I've got the lab.
Like, look out! We got a cool person over here.
6 time for me.
6.
Yeah.
Wow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Somebody's got to hold down the fort. Oh, we're not that far apart, to be honest. But still.
Not as bad as
That-
yesterday.
Yeah, last time it was like, all right, I'm on time 57. It's like we're on round 2. I'm on time 57. All right.
Those cigarettes, man.
The cigarettes were. I mean, I added it to add a little bit more chaos and force you to do a thing, but it's like, oof, a little rough. All right, so now we're gonna do healing. So this white doctor. Oh, this white doctor plus these 2 nurses can actually treat this one.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm doing that one. Get the worst one out of the way. $12. And then these 2 can be treated. Yes, orange plus nurse. That red can treat that. So that's actually another thing to think about. Like I didn't think about it that way, but this means that I don't need a nurse.
Yeah.
That's another way to think about it, which has been
Exactly what I'm doing.
That's been convenient. Like I didn't think about it that way initially. So I get $52.
Nice.
Now my upkeep is going to be something fierce, because these red doctors don't pay for themselves. So my upkeep is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, minus 3, 16. So I get $9 back. I put in 26, take back 10. Okay, and I have a lot of money left. Woohoo! Alright, so the question, am I doing anything specific?
I need to make sure my car's not correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 8. I need 3 more cars, but the 3 cars can go... Okay, the 3 cars can go here, and they're just going to go away anyways because I'm treating patients, so...
Okay, just as long as you have the capacity.
It works out, yeah.
Alright, so am I doing anything special with this money? Should I just buy points?
I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of points.
I don't know, but I can be building, I think. I can build some parking lots, I can build another building. Do we have the capacity? Actually, it's a better question. Do we have the capacity for 10 COVID, or 12 COVID, 11 COVID? Wait, math is hard, hold on. 14 COVID. We're gonna get 14 more COVID total.
Well, I'm not sure it really should be thought of that way. It's more of a, do you have the capacity for 7 COVID next turn?
Okay.
Next round.
So I have, my working power is 3 doctors. I can possibly get 4 doctors if I take just 2 next round. Well, I can possibly take 3 COVID next round if I let a nurse get sick with COVID. But
I'm curing 3 COVID patients this round. That is sustainable.
Okay.
I can do that indefinitely.
So 3. Okay, okay. So
So I can take 2,
right.
but I can also take up to 4 because I have 2 spare nurses.
Okay. And then for me, if I plan it out properly, I can actually get on board with the plan. and actually do the same thing with patients.
Yeah, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe a conveyor.
Mm-hmm.
So I can use this more efficiently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so in that case, I will buy... I don't want to buy 10 points, that seems excessive. I want to buy 7 points. so I can have a little bit of money left. So 7 points is... that.
Yep.
And... 10 to... Sorry, 3 to 10.
Okay. So I'm treating my 3 patients.
Alright.
That nets me 40. Wait, no. 46 because I have a garden.
Yeah. Nice. There you go. That garden's been paying off.
30, 35, 40. 45. 46. All right.
Man, look at all these
doing
patients.
excellent.
We're doing so good at this. We're so good at this game. And like the game wanted to make us play on the easy level.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, that's too easy.
right.
And then yeah, the cars are now correct.
Oh, I got my cars.
Staff, that's 4, 7, 10, 11 for staff. For buildings, do gardens
Yes.
cost? Okay, yeah. 1, 2,
$1.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 10.
So you spent 20.
So I spent 21.
21. Okay.
Oh,
With your orderly included?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? Hang on. Because the doctor's a 10.
Right.
That is 11. Yeah, yeah. So 11 and then 10 for the modules.
Mm-hmm.
That is accounting for the orderly.
There you go. Oh no. $1 down.
Oh no!
$1 lost.
And let's see. I might buy an entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Which should be 2.
I mean,
I might buy parking, which might be another 2. So I'm gonna buy 7 points,
Okay.
which will give me enough money for those 2 buildings if I decide I want them.
Which two?
An entrance and a parking lot.
I got you. Yeah. So for me, I'm definitely gonna get this next round. It's a little bit late, but I'm gonna get this next round. Huh?
Can you point me before we forget?
Which one?
7 points.
Oh. No, you don't get any points. No points for you. No points for you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So I was gonna say I'm definitely gonna try to get this. Next round. It's really late to get it, but actually, see, so like, every time I think I was like, should I get it now? I was like, at this point, no. I just finish conveyors, because instead of building this for that much money and then having to pay the upkeep, I can just get conveyors.
Get the conveyors.
So I can get conveyors. I'm not all that hurting on parking. I do want to build this finally, so I need to do conveyor this to get that functional, and then I'll be mostly conveyor connected, and then I can figure out my patient situation. I can do builds, or well, see, the question is, do we want to hire? I don't think we're gonna get anything better than that. Like it's gonna be a 2 and a 1 of something. I don't know. All right, let's strategize that. Strategize that later. All right, let's finish the rest of this. So we're here. Doctors get not as smart. I need a yellow doctor, please. Actually, I need 2 yellow doctors and a yellow patient. Thank you. Are you doing the merry-go-round again?
So yeah, I'm merry-go-rounding just with different people this time. So
Oh. Nice. So efficient. So efficient. This one is so efficient. Wow. Jeez.
There's some madness to my methods.
There's a madness to the methods, indeed. No methods to the madness at all. Okay. And I think that is it. Oh, we gotta clear these guys. Sorry. We bought all the nurses, or hired all the nurses. And then we need new doctors. Do we have any more doctors in the bag left? We have 3 left in here? Wow. Oh. Ooh. Useless. I mean, there were 2 points at the end of the game, so I guess it's not that useless.
You know what? This can just go away because I'm clearly not building up.
COVID. I am going to put this in the psychology again. Okay.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. There's no patients there yet. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know what could be coming.
I mean, so part of me thought about putting it in the cardiology, but I don't think I'm going to get my cardiology built up. I have much more capacity in psychology. So do you. So we're both prepared to deal with COVID in psychology.
Yeah.
The question is, do we have enough key points to take advantage of it? So I think it's beneficial for us to build at least 1 more entrance.
I'm building at least 1 entrance. I don't know if I want to build 2 entrances. Oh, wait. I need to build parking.
Oh yeah, because then you'll be able to get like double the money. Is that where you're trying to build the park?
No, parking.
Oh, sorry. I thought I said park. I mean, but if you build a park there, you can get same more money. That one person gets you $4. That one person gets you $4.
Ooh, that is very tempting.
Right? And it's only $2 to build the park. I'm just saying.
But it takes to build action.
But profits.
Okay, here's the thing. If I build a park
Uh-huh.
and an entrance and parking, that's going to be 2 build actions.
Oh, you don't have enough money for that.
Yeah, that's right, I don't.
I mean, you can always undo your
I can do a park.
points.
I can do a entrance.
Mm-hmm. Will you have parking for it?
That is a good question.
So you'll be down to...
So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is just enough.
Yeah. Oh, no, actually you have 5. You got 1 more there.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just saying. It's
All right. Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Set up for round 6. Yeah. Alright, so round 5. We are starting... I have the least number of points, so I get to go first.
Let's pretend like you have no idea what I'm doing.
$15. What am I doing? Is the bigger question. So, all right, I'm doing a build.
I too am doing a build.
Okay, I'm gonna build a. Can I have an entrance?
We need more patience, right?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We don't fill until after we pass that.
Oh, okay.
Because we only have 1 left there, and when it cleared, it cleared.
Ah, I see. That's what happened. Okay.
Can I have a parking lot, please? And a conveyor. Oh, sorry. I meant to say entrance. Sorry. I said parking lot. I meant entrance. What? Why are you not a mind reader? You should read minds. Alright. I got an entrance and a conveyor. Sure. Okay. Oh, that's gonna cost me $4. Okay, I'm done.
All right. So I'm getting that park and an entrance.
$4 to the game.
$4 exactly.
There you go. Boom. Planned it.
Planned it.
Alright, now the question is, well, you got 4 cubes. Okay, you can figure that out. Alright, so my next action is going to be... Let's see, do I want to hire? 1 second, let me think about this. Oh, we gotta have patience.
Right, here we go. I know what I'm doing.
I mean, you have no money. There's only one action you can do. I mean, you could stall, I guess. Stalling is the thing, but it's like, you literally have no money. Okay. Oh no, what's he gonna do? Who knows? Alright, I'm gonna build again.
What a mystery!
What a mystery. I'm gonna build again. And for my build, I'm gonna build the treatment room for 3. At least gives me a point. Man, wouldn't it be nice to have pillars? And then I'm gonna build a park. I too will build a park. It's a little bit late to build a park. Also, my park is not gonna be as efficient, but if I treat a bunch of patients here. Can I have park, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Alright. Done. Your your patient's action?
I'm impatient.
Which patients are you taking?
So I have flexibility now.
Mm-hmm. Part of me feels I should have hired, but I don't know. It's not a good proposition. Oh, sorry. This should be orange. I don't know why I didn't log that one down.
That red patient is looking very lucrative.
It is.
Let me put it this way. Are they patients you want?
I would like one... Hold on. Not really.
Okay.
Oh, I care.
I'm going to 1 QP.
Alright.
Swap for 2,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then 3 and 4, got these 2.
Alright. And then final action, I'm gonna name patients. Who would have thought? Literally everybody. Ah!
And me too.
Oh no, earthquake. Okay. So I need to admit 1 in psychology. I can handle literally anybody. So I'm gonna do. I'm assuming you don't care about that one too much. Do you care?
The one in psychology?
Yeah.
I do not care. I'm going for vision.
Okay. 1.
To maximize my gardening.
Fair. And then. So I have 4. So 1, 2, 3, and did you want one of these down there?
Let's see. So that's gonna treat that. That's gonna take care of that.
Because I have 1 QP I don't really need.
I could take a.
Mm-hmm.
I could take a yellow in vision.
A yellow envision?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, all up to you. What will you do with your evil turn?
All right. So I'm going to take the yellow in vision for 1. Swap these for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Take that for 3.
Okay. And then 4?
Do you want me to bump the orange to psych? No, because
No,
that would
just leave more there. Yeah.
that will, yeah.
Right, and we're all down to the next set of patients. Oh look, an orange, a yellow, and a white. Okay, COVID. You get a COVID. You get a COVID. Everybody's getting COVID. All right. So of these three, I could take the two. I'd rather not. Actually, let me take it back. First, let me assign this to here. Actually, no, this is more time. It's better if I just do this.
I may have made a huge mistake.
Oh no, what was the mistake? You don't have enough people?
I think I should have taken a white here. Let's see.
I mean, you could have taken a white instead of swapping.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you're gonna leave the orange?
I'm gonna leave the orange.
Okay. You still have one cube bump like that.
That is fine.
Did you want to spend it?
Nah.
Okay. Alright. So, for me, a little bit challenging here. Yeah, I have to do the cardiology. It's unfortunate. Oh yeah, no, we super want to do your cardiology. What are we talking about? Alright, I'm taking this one.
I can take 3. I can take
Two
yeah,
more?
3 in total.
I've taken 2. So if you can take those 2, go for it.
Yep.
I could also take one of those. I would rather not, but I could.
Yeah, I can do this without making any sacrifices.
Okay. All right, and then patients go to the
That's
rooms.
the orange to white was the whole
Oh, what's the change up?
issue. Yeah.
Well, you have a red patient with COVID?
Yeah.
Jeez. Look at you with your nurses. All right, so time. Well, just simultaneous. We're good. We figured it out. So 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6,
3, 4.
This is free. This is free.
Six.
This comes down here.
No, it's not to that. But 5.
7, 8, 9, 10.
6, 7.
11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so
Yeah, perfect. 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 38.
Alright, so I'm at 9. I spent 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No! So close! So close!
I had 14 time this turn.
14?
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm at 9.
I had to move 6 people over to this treatment room, which does not have a conveyor. That's where all the time went.
You need those conveyors, man, I'm telling you. No, so I'm going to heal this doctor. So that way I get a yellow doctor for the last round. I'm going to have 2 yellow doctors for the last round and 2 white doctors. So my nurses are going to be very valuable. I mean, we're going to have 2 yellows up there and a red, so that's useful. Okay, alright, so now that we've established all that, we spent our time, so now we do our healing, starting with me. So this is healed. This is healed with all those nurses. Actually, oh, wait, hold on. Did I mess the colors up? Give me a second. Oh, yeah, I messed the colors up. 1 second. Those nurses go there. Okay, still the same time, but I transposed the wrong doctors. So this doctor plus this nurse deals with this COVID patient. This doctor plus this nurse can deal with that COVID patient. So 2 COVIDs, and then this doctor plus his nurse plus the operation room can deal with this COVID doctor. So I have cured nearly all the COVID in my room, except for that one. I have to deal with those later. So I get 24 plus 20, so 40. Nope. This room. So this is 12, 12, 24 plus 20, 44 plus 4. So 32? All that for $32? That doesn't sound right. No, that's not right. 52. Wait, no. Try again. 12 times 2, that's 24, plus 20, 44, plus 4, 48. Okay. Got it. 48. I get $48.
Cool. All 4 of my patients are double gardened.
Jeez, you get $48 from your gardens by itself. So, jeez, double gardened. And you thought it was a bad idea.
How was all for that idea? Okay, so the base for each patient.
Nice.
32 for the red. 24 total for the yellow, so that's 25 minus 1. And there's 8 for the white.
Mm-hmm.
And then gardens will be 4 per patient, so that is 16 total.
Nice. Adds up. Got like almost $90 in one round.
And so that is $75, $80 from treating patients.
Nice. And the question is...
This is probably my best treatment turn though, because...
And they were all COVID?
And they're all COVID.
Wow.
Because all my doctors are
Really?
leveling down. I don't have to. I don't have the little merry-go-round anymore.
Right. But I mean, the merry-go-round's been sustaining you. Like, for me, I've been supplementing that with just having COVID. It's like, I'm sick, but I got smarter.
And then upkeep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my upkeep. Oh, gosh. My upkeep's so expensive.
I keep forgetting cars. Let me see. Done 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. I did have the space for them. 10 for the doctors, 11 for the nurse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I'm at 16.
Why am I 11 for the buildings? I thought it was at 12.
Are you counting parks?
Yeah. I thought I built more since...
No, all you do is build a park. You built only one park. You say you're at 12?
I'm at 11 for the building, for the modules.
That doesn't sound right. You were 11 before.
I know it was 11 before for staff.
Oh. So this is 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, you're 11.
All right.
I guess you were overpaying earlier. I don't know.
Well,
One of your
maybe
buildings
it's-
transformed. No.
Whatever. But it is 11 now. That is correct. I have spoken.
The food has spoken. All right, $11 for that.
So that's 11. And then I'm going to buy a ton of points.
You sure don't want any money for the last round?
What
hire
are
a
you going
doctor.
to do with money in the last round?
Hire a doctor. Get some nurses. Nurses are 4 and 5.
That seems like a lot of money for...
The way what I'm going to do is I'm going to give all my nurses COVID. It's like, congratulations. Well, no, I have to pay for upkeep, so I need to have some profit. So, also I can try to treat a bunch of patients on the last round. A lot of oranges and yellows showing up.
So it's 50, 55, 56, 57, 57. So that's 19 points.
You're buying 19?
I'm buying 19 points.
You're going to spend it all?
I'm going to spend it all.
Alright, 19
Because
points.
what am I going to spend money on, Indy?
I'm saying, when you get to, so you're going to, wait. You're going to have to have at least one action of non-patients. So,
Okay, but in the action I can elect to not purchase anything, right?
you could, or
Or I can build a conveyor.
hear me out, you can buy another park. Or you can build a parking lot. I mean, if,
I like that idea.
just,
Why do I like that idea so much?
Because it gives you a little bit more, just a little bit more. It's not a lot more money. Just a little bit more money. It's like $4 extra. Like you're spending 2 to get 4. So you're spending 2 to potentially get 4, I should say. It wasn't as lucrative as that one park or that one park.
I will hang on to $7.
Okay.
And I'm gonna.
So 17 points.
17 points, yeah.
So that takes you to from 13 to 30. Big jump. Well, see now I feel stingy because I was like, I'm gonna save all my money. No, I have $7. I think if I take, are you gonna hire anybody?
No.
So I'm gonna buy 10 points. Contribute. So I'm at 20. I helped. Okay, I still go first. Now we do the rest of this. We did all that. This. Boop, boop, boop.
And we need our COVID.
Oh yeah, we need our COVID. Don't forget to put it in the correct place. I need to put this in psychology still. So we have 2 yellows. Can I have 2 yellow doctors, please? Thank you.
Oh yeah, my doctor's D level.
Not used to that.
What?
You're not used to that. I need
Yeah.
2 yellow patients as well.
This is weird. I don't like it.
There's some doctors and patients in various quantities.
Okay, I actually have to like swap them out now. So this one goes down to a, effectively goes down to a yellow.
Mm-hmm.
This becomes a white.
No.
Just look very sad now.
Hey, our hospital's been doing great. Look, our doctor just got off of COVID.
Our doctors never got COVID.
Okay. Some people think they're cooler than others. Our hospital is nice and quaint. Your hospital's all profit. There's vending machines everywhere. No. Alright. So these nurses go away.
My clinic has double the amount of parks.
So, well, I have double the amount of cars. No. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should have 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was short on cars. I had no parking spots. I have more than enough parking spots. Okay. So, top of the round, actions. I am going to do this. Actually, hold on. No, I'm gonna do this because there's. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to run action. Sorry. I'm gonna do this. Right, ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna hire.
I'm gonna build it.
I'm gonna hire. I'm gonna get 4 and 4. So $8. All my money is gone. Oh, I had $1. Oh, I couldn't spend it. Right. I got $1 left over. $8.
Park and conveyor, I think, is the way to go. Because I can only treat 4 patients.
Right.
I have exactly 4 parking spots, so I don't need a parking lot.
Well, you
No,
could,
I have 5 parking spots.
you could build a parking lot. Or you could upgrade that parking lot and get 1 extra spot.
But
It
I
costs
don't
$2 to upgrade it.
need it.
Ah, okay.
I have 5 places where people can park right now.
Right.
I only have 4 doctors.
Mm-hmm.
So unless I want to hire a doctor and treat more,
Well, if you build a parking... Oh, because you don't have the doctor capacity. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. That's fair. Yeah, I was about to say, if you have the doctor capacity, then it would make sense to build a parking lot so you can...
yeah.
But you don't have the doctor capacity.
So park will go here for $2. Conveyor will go here for $2.
Oh, I forgot about conveyors. Ah, too late.
And that is it.
Alright, next round, more patience. Looks like we're both doing the same actions, so... So now I guess we should figure out who needs what. So let me figure out my life here for a second. These doctors and 2 nurses need to go there, so I'm spending at least like 7 times just for that. I had to take 1 COVID. I was gonna go psychology. I have a red doctor. I have an outpatient room. I can treat one as well. I can outpatient I can't outpatient a COVID patient because then the doctor will get COVID. So my doctor capacity is 5. Let me just say it that way. 2 of that will be used, so I have 3 left.
Okay.
That's all I really have to say.
I'm gonna take 2 vision and 2 psych patients.
Okay, because you have doctor capacity of 4?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to take 2 vision and 2 psych.
Yes.
So I have 4 Q points, you have 4. So do you care about color?
So, assuming I pick up 3 of those COVID tokens,
Mm-hmm.
I need 2 white vision,
Mm-hmm.
and then a yellow and and potentially an orange and a white, or 2 yellows for psych.
I did not register any of that.
So I can do this and take these 2, and that will work just fine.
Okay.
And then I'll take these 2, and that will work just fine.
Okay, and then we're gonna have another wave of patients.
Yes.
So for me, what I was considering is if I took 4 COVIDs, and I gave all my nurses COVID, what would my stuff look like? I would need an orange patient to have COVID, so a red doctor can do something. And I would need white patients to have COVID, so my yellow doctors can do something. Well, actually, I have to deal with these, so I can't do that anyway. So this pairing is accounted for. This pairing is accounted for. Or you know what, I can walk this patient over here. Actually, hold on.
I'm gonna start prepping the patient cars.
Oh yeah, feel free to put them down if you want to already. Because you're going to take 4 patients total.
Yeah.
So I can do this. It's less time if I have them move to me. So this is 1, 2. And then they still need to go over there as well. Okay, doesn't matter. Then 3, 4. And so whites. So I have the capacity to take 1, 2, 3 COVIDs. So I can take, well, hold on. Let me recount that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can take 4 COVIDs.
Oh, I can take 3.
Okay. So
very good.
So knowing that, I need an orange patient to have COVID, so my red doctor can do something. I can also take a COVID for my nurse, or I can use that nurse to heal somebody to get more money for points. At this point, we're just trying to min-max.
Yeah.
So can you take COVID without consequence on money?
I can take 3 COVID without any consequence.
On money? Okay.
The caveat is that if I take 3 COVID, then I have to be very careful about maximizing my patient types.
Right. So same for me. Because if I take the 4 COVID I was talking about, that's 1 to nurse. Then that's 1 orange, and then that's 1 white, and I think 1 white, and then these 2 are accounted for there. Actually, no, it's not true. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. These 2 are accounted for there. So, and this one's accounted for there. So, 1 white, 1 orange, 1 doctor. I guess an orderly. So that'll be my 4.
And by 4 you mean 1 plus 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also talking about 1 plus 3. So.
Okay. All right, so in that case, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this then. Actually, no, I want that one. Hold on. I would want them in here. So, 1, 2, 3. Because we're gonna do this twice anyway. So we have plenty. And what do I do with my fourth? Do you need anything with the fourth? I can just go take my white, that I can deal with COVID.
Let's see. That orange I would like to take into psych.
I only have 1 point left.
Yeah. So, but you want to take the white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and take the white, and we'll see what happens.
Because then it's COVID for this one. This one got the COVID. So this one got the COVID, and then COVID, and I can take another. Can I take another? Yeah, COVID. So 1 COVID, 2 COVID. So
Red COVID, blue COVID.
No. Okay. All right. So we figured out. All right. So go ahead and do your patient things.
So I'm gonna 1 QP.
All right.
2 QP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to 3 QP just in case.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And 4 QP.
Okay. That sets us up for a little bit. Because in worst case scenario, we can get
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
psychology.
Wait, no, hang on. Wait, what am I doing? Right, that's why, because that makes it effectively yellow. That's why I planned it out this way.
Right. Right.
It's making sense now.
Oh, we got an orange. That's not.
Thank you,
the color I
Past
wanted.
Fu.
Oh, a red. Oh no. What are these colors? Well, I go first, unfortunately. Okay. Let me go back and do my math. So this one's taken care of by that. Let me just do this. There. And then this one is going to get COVID. It's taken care of by that. What was this? Oh, this is a yellow. So I can do a yellow in psychology. No, I lied. This one's here. Oh, I see. That's where my four came from. All right. So what do you need any specific colors?
Here's what I need.
Okay.
If I were to take 3 of these 5,
Mm-hmm.
I need to take a yellow
Mm-hmm.
in psych.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. But don't move it there yet.
Oh.
Don't swap it yet. I need a yellow in psych and a white in vision. If I were to take 3.
A yellow and and white and vision?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
If I were to take 2, then I could take that orange. Right? No. Sorry. If I were to take 3, I need a white in psych and a white in vision.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to take 2, I can take a yellow in psych and a white in vision.
Okay.
So I don't know what your needs for patient severities are, but that's where I'm at.
Got you. Yeah. So my need for patient severity is. So I'm gonna go ahead and just count my time now. Because I keep having to remember okay, what was the math again? All right, so I'm just gonna do my time right now. Apologies to the internet. So.
Doing things out of order.
Well, because otherwise it's gonna keep bouncing back and forth. What was it again? What did I do? What was that? So okay. So these two are gonna be. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot.
That's a lot of time.
And then this red doctor's outside. This red doctor is going to be 9, and then 10. So much time. Holy crap. There's probably a more efficient way to do that, but. And then with that 10, that's 10. I'm just going to cash in the 10 right now. I broke 50. I did it. I did it. We did it right.
High score.
Okay, so that's a 10 for that. The reason why it's important is because now I can visualize what I need. So, this patient's getting COVID. They're going here. I can take a white COVID in cardiology. So that's me taking 1, 2, and then I can do 3. So, Can you make a lot of money if you only take 2 COVID?
If I take just 1 token here? Is that what you're asking?
Oh shit, you're right. Sorry. Oh shoot, I forgot. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3. No, if you take 2 there.
If I take 2 from here,
Yes.
I will make an extra $4.
Okay. All right. Let's
If
do
I
that.
take this, I'll take. So this I make a certain amount. This gives me $4 more.
Okay. I will commit to taking the 3. So in that case, with taking the 3, then that means that I need a white patient for cardiology, and I don't need any more patients. Oh no, I don't need more patients. So I need a white patient for cardiology, and then I can take 3.
Okay. Which means that I need a yellow up in psych.
Okay, that's perfect because I have no key points spent. So 1, 2, and then 3. And do I need to do anything else with those? With the points?
I mean, if you want to swap the yellow and orange,
Oh yeah, sorry. 4. Right.
doesn't really matter because I have Q points aplenty.
Okay, alright, so that's all my key points.
So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to take a white
Mhm.
into vision and a yellow into psych.
Alright.
Am I doing this right?
which is why I said, let me just go spend my time now, because this is going to bother me.
Yes, that's correct.
It's like you keep on doing like long division in your mind. It's like, what was the math again? Okay. Alright, so cars. Make sure your cars are correct.
My cars have been fixed
So I'm at 1,
before
2,
we even started this.
I have 15 cars. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of cars. Let me count again.
Good thing you have a car theology.
No, facepalm. It's real. So 3, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I have enough space. Right. Okay. And cars are parked. Cars are lit parked. Okay, so we parked all my cars. Everything's all good. We're doing good on that. Now we do. Oh, that's it. Now we go to our final phase. I'm not gonna add people. I'm not gonna bother. And now we get our COVIDs.
We got our COVIDs.
I'm taking 3.
Yoink.
COVID. Isn't it great when the plane comes together? COVID. And then moving people. This person is gonna go 1. This person's gonna go 2.
All right. Patients are gonna go 1,
So I spend 2 time. 12.
3, and 1, and 3. So it's 2. Same thing here. You're gonna each take 1. So that is additional 2
Mm-hmm.
for 4 time total.
There you go.
2, 3, 4.
See, we're not that far apart. I broke 50.
It's not as bad as yesterday's game.
Not as bad as that. I mean, well, to be fair, our points are way higher than yesterday's game.
Yeah, because we're playing in
Without the
without the complexities of.
all the cigarettes and the coffee pots.
God.
And
Okay, I did appreciate the coffee pots.
the coffee pots were fun.
They were cute.
But
They were fun.
the thing about the coffee pots is they make the game easier. So it's like
Yes.
I feel like for every 2 miles to make the game easier, you need 1 that makes it miserable. Which is why we dealt with cigarettes, which was awful. So bad. Okay, to be fair, cigarettes weren't awful. They were just annoying. So, okay, all right. So we're done with that, and now we do our calculations. So, COVID healed, and COVID healed, and COVID healed, and COVID healed. All right, so that's 5 healed COVIDs in one go. Look at that. That's wild. Oh, 6 technically if you count this one. But I'm getting. Oh, 2 were in the park. 2 were near the park. Yeah. Nope, 1 was near the park. There's only one pair of people here. Oh, that's why I wanted it down there. Ah, whatever. It's too late. So it's gonna give me 20, 20, 20, 20, 60 plus 2, $62.
Nice.
And whatever my expenses are, then I'm gonna buy all the points for it. So my expenses are actually kind of gross because I use the operation room. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, plus 4.
25.
Minus 3.
22.
Minus 3? 25? Yeah, 22. That's not awful. Could be a lot worse. And then I'm converting all this into points. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to this money. No. There's a trader amongst us. So I'm buying 13 points. Oh, sorry. It's 13 points. Yeah. 13. There's one double check. Alright. I helped. So I'm at 33?
You want how many points?
13.
Nice.
33.
Alright.
Okay.
So,
Pulled a little bit of my weight. Not a lot. Just a little bit.
from gardens alone, I'm pulling in 20.
Hey! See, which is why it's a good idea to give you all the healing.
Because that's 6 for each of these two, and 4 for each of these two. So that makes the math easy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, yours down.
Yours down.
Okay. Let's see. So that is 20, 40, and 48. So it's 30, 40, 45, 47, 48. All right. Expenses. That takes care of the 2 nurses. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for personnel.
Mm-hmm. You know... No, it's not gonna matter. Okay, never mind.
These are all COVID.
Jeez. Look at all this COVID healed.
No, wait. One of them wasn't.
One of... Oh, sure.
One of them wasn't. So that's personnel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is 20 in total for expenses. So
Not
my
bad.
parks pay for
Yeah, parks pay for all of it.
all of it.
They pay for themselves.
25,
Spend $1
30,
to maintain and...
40, 45, 48. So that is 16.
Sorry. Yes. 16.
16 points.
Oh, wrong one. You are this one. So 30 to 46?
Yep.
Hey, you broke 40. I did not break 40. But we got other points on the board. Okay. So now we've done all that.
Then the cars can go away.
And downgrade our doctors, and then we add up our points.
Oh, we downgrade. Okay. So that
So I
goes,
need
comes the
2
white doctor.
whites and an orange, please. Oh, nice. Thank you. And then... And now we add up our points. So, that wasn't awful. Alright, so nurses are worth 1 point apiece. Doctors, white doctors are 2. Every doctor is... Well, it's up there. So this is... 10...
Orderlies are worth nothing.
Worth nothing, yeah. They only worth points during the game. They save you a point, basically. 6. I only have 1 functioning building, damn. So 6. I have 18 points. and negative 17, so I get plus 1 point.
So 6, 9, 12, right?
Yep.
Plus 8 because of 2 buildings. So that's 20.
20?
Yep.
And then anything else?
That's it for my personnel.
Yeah, no rooms on the other floor, no dead patients. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go from 46 to 66?
66.
Which I think with our scores combined, we've won.
Wait, but my time needs to be taken into account.
Oh no.
So put me on 16 there.
Yeah. I think you're losing.
Wait,
you're losing 14. You're losing 14.
I'm
So,
losing 14. Okay, so down to 2.
52. So 52 plus 34. I think we just barely didn't make.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we are 86. So
Wait, are we 86?
yeah,
Oh, we did it.
yeah, we did it.
Okay. Alright. Let's go back to the rulebook. Oh man, sorry.
Like I said, this was too easy.
So for the end of the game, and I'll bring it up to the viewers so we can all see it. For people watching here, for the end of the game, we're in the game over in that section there. So let me see if I can get it to where I can read it. It says, if the total number of patients, or people, patients, and doctors in COVID-19 tiles in all of the deceased area, contagion, okay, we survived. We cured COVID. But otherwise, your group wins. So we win. We're on the second bullet point down there. If the sum of everyone's popularity points is greater than or equal to 40 times the number of players, in other words, the average score is 40 or greater, you collectively have discovered a vaccine and achieved a strategic victory. Optionally, the player with the most popularity points gets their name etched in large letters on the plaque commemorating the end of the pandemic. All right, that's a little egotistical, but sure.
And we had no deaths
No deaths.
and lots of people cured.
Lots of people cured, and somehow our doctor, my doctors were leveling up. Like that leveling up of doctors worked out. And then like ironically, well, I ended up with more doctors, and my doctors were slightly. Well, this doctor was a red doctor. I hired them. Otherwise, this is all my doctors. So I think hiring that doctor, it seemed like a bad idea at the time, but because I got a nurse and a doctor, I basically converted $8 into 5 points.
That's pretty good.
Right. And also it gave him that $8 converted to 5 points also gave me points. So at least that's the way I looked at it. I was trying to like not have money left over.
That's a good like final round strategy. Hire doctor.
I mean, well,
Hire cheap doctor.
I had the money left over, and I wasn't looking at it that way of hiring a doctor plus a nurse. But it was more like it's a red doctor. I don't want to just leave it there, you know. If it was just like only white and yellow doctors left, I was like, that's not worth it. But I guess in the point conversion, it's worth it because I have the money left over, and I mean, I just did it because I didn't have anything else to do with the action. Yeah. All right. So now we get on to the post-game commentary, where we get to talk about all the other things that we liked, didn't like, ways that we felt. So, what do you feel about this particular extension?
I like the co-op aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because up until yesterday, we'd only ever played this in... Well, we only ever played this once, and it was in a competitive mode.
Right.
I do like the more chill feeling of a co-op mode where we could, you know, kind of optimize everything.
Mm-hmm.
That way, because like when you're asking about, you know,
it's like, hey, do you want to get that or do you
not
want to
like,
get that?
well, it doesn't really matter which of us gets it because it's a time saver.
Right. I mean, it effectively saves a point.
Yeah.
Well, look, virtually saves a point.
Yeah.
Around. And like the earlier you get it, the better. And like going to the co-op aspect, like I agree. Like I think you mentioned yesterday when we were playing, is like after we kind of figure out what rules what parts we played wrong, or what parts I taught wrong, or read wrong, and we just debated and discussed some of the rules. We kind of came to conclusions like, yeah, it's like I can't quarterback your turn. I guess there was a little bit of quarterbacking of like, hey, you should just build a park there because it's double.
That was a fantastic idea.
Right, and you're like, oh, I didn't see that. I was like, yeah, but even then, it's like, you know, because a lot of co-op games like Pandemic or you mentioned Forbidden Island.
Yeah.
A lot of those games, to be fair, those are like really straightforward games anyway. One person can just play the entire game. I play those as solo games anyway. Whereas in this, it's like, okay, I don't know what's going on over there. You got some magic going on. I'm having trouble figuring out mine. It's like, I can't think about yours and mine.
Yeah.
Look, I need you to figure it out. So it's very difficult for somebody to quarterback. I mean, outside of the small optimization of what about this and this, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'll consider it, but no, because I have other plans. Like there was one point where you talking about building a building this way, and I thought you were saying building it this way, but I think you were implying this way with up.
Yeah, something.
But like either way, it would have worked.
Yeah.
Actually, well, no, because you would have lost 3 park spots, I guess. But that at that point you're talking about min-maxing. So
Yeah.
And it's easier to min-max when it's like one problem that I can look at. It's like, oh, this. Oh yeah, just do this instead. Okay, cool. All right, you figure that out. I got a nightmare over here. And surprisingly, I think with just this expansion, it did add a lot to the game. Some of the extensions didn't really add much. Well, so the last 2 extensions 4 and 5. Well, okay, extensions 5 added a good bit. It gave player powers. Essentially, everybody gets like a special starting tile, and it gives you like one's like a bigger parking lot, one's like a bigger park, one's like a bigger treatment room that can treat 4 people instead of 2. And I feel like that adds a lot to the game for something very small. I feel like this adds a lot once you figure out all the weird like phasing rules, like, you know, when this happens and this happens, do you infect people in your hospital? Because the rulebook says in your hospital, but
Yeah.
then there's arguments, okay, is a person in the parking lot, are they in the hospital or are they not? But then the way it works out, like we were talking about earlier, that we're kind of getting caught up in the rules teach, is that you're supposed to apply the COVID at the start of the movement phase. So nobody's in your hospital yet, but you have to apply COVID. So do you just throw it to the death pile? I mean, I
Which
guess
would be thematic because
right, because you know people are dying, you don't know what's going on yet. But all things considered, like, you know, with us kind of putting our brains together, like it's virtually impossible to lose on this particular.
how many was that?
approach.
It was, let's see, it's 5, 10, 15, 20,
Mm-hmm.
25, 20,
27?
27 cases of COVID.
And don't forget,
Not including the doctors that you
right. Well, I only had 2 doctors who ever got COVID. I only ever had
got
2
it over
doctors.
and over again.
Well, no, it only transferred once. Because I was gonna have it transferred back and forth. I was like, you know what, this is silly. But even then, oh, sorry, yeah, transfer once. But even then, I think one of the problems that this game has is that you can play a certain combination of modules over and over and over again, and you end up solving it. And I feel like this is solvable. But the variable that comes in for this is, okay, it's solvable, but I really need to work with my people I'm playing with for it to be solvable. Because if somebody's not down or somebody's not optimizing along with you, you just can't win.
Yeah, I mean the RNG of the doctors and the patients does kind of make it not like perfectly solvable and boring.
Right, fair. And then to some degree on the RNG, like we took a long time to get 4 Q points. I feel like if we got in 4 Q points by round 2 or round 3, then we would have not had as much trouble with this shuffling as we did. Because we're essentially at a point where it's like, hey, do you need your patients? No? Okay, can you use a Q point to do this for me? Because if we didn't have that supplement, then
yeah, that helped.
we wouldn't be able to survive. But so I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel like this is solvable too, but it's only solvable if you work together with people, and it's like a true co-op, as opposed to I'm going to tell you what to do in your turn. Because you legitimately have too much going on for me to understand what's happening. Like, I know in hindsight you told me what was going on, and I can look at it and say, I guess. But then I gotta figure out, okay, why did I build this here? Who put this here? You know, what? Stop peeing in the bushes. And then we have all this stuff going on with the cars and yeah.
Yeah.
Which there was another game. Oh, John Company. Have you played John Company?
What company?
John Company. Oh, you haven't played John Company. I think I might have.
Don't think so.
Okay, so John Company is similar to this, except for John Company is competitive, but you have to be cooperative. So essentially, you're playing a big company, and there's different positions in the company, and then this position dictates how much money people will get. This position determines where the ships go. This position determines where trade opens, this position is the president for the area, so it's actually doing the actions. This position is the military, and amongst the players in the game, they're kind of dispersed with what positions they have, and positions can change. Like people can get fired, you can put your own family there. There's just like a whole bunch of interconnectedness in the game, to the point where it seems like you have to be very mean and nasty to win, and you do to some degree. But there's a lot more co-op needed in that game than people anticipate. So if you're first time playing John Company, you might say, okay, I'm gonna be stingy because you can barter. You can be to the point. It's like he's like, hey, Fu, can you hire my person here? He's like, yeah, I can for a price, and then like extort people in the game's part of the game.
Yeah.
But if you try to be super extorty and super like aggressive, the company's gonna fail and the game's gonna end in 2 turns. But if you're like very cooperative, then you have that. So what I'm trying to say is I'm going a very long way to say that I think this game is the co-op that Jung Company is, minus the selfish stinginess. There's no incentive for me to be mean and say, no, I'm taking this before you do. It's more like, okay, what do you need? Yeah, sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Whereas in Jung Company, like there's that push and pull of like, okay, I want to help the company survive, but I want to win the game. So how do I balance that? Whereas this game is just
because
purely...
there's no like individualness
Right.
in this COVID-19 extension. Because
which is good, and also kind of I guess it depends on what game you want to play that day.
yeah.
Yeah, but like there's another part of me is like, okay, do you feel this is solvable? Because like I'm moderately convinced that this is solvable. It's just, can you cooperate with your allies?
At the difficulty level we're playing at, I think it's mostly solvable.
Okay.
But there's like we play on a relatively low difficulty. Like RNG dictated we got the lowest of the low.
Right. And
I'm glad we bumped it up.
Yeah, because it would be super boring.
But if we got to orange or red on this face, I think it's less. I don't know if it's.
Well, I mean, so it ramps up 1 turn earlier.
Yeah.
On each round, basically. And then this would have been a nightmare to deal with.
Yeah.
Like just this alone is a nightmare. Like 1 was annoying, 2.
So I don't know if that would have been like. I mean, theoretically, it's possible because it's. One would assume that this has been playtested on that difficulty.
I feel like you don't have enough doctors at that point. It's like you just have people languishing in rooms, and so at that point you're playing with game theory.
You'd have people dying from COVID, and you just need to keep your cured pile ahead of that.
Which still feels bad because you're losing 5 points per death. So yeah, people die, but you're losing 5 points per death, and like you can try to get away with it with the outpatient room, but because the COVID keeps transferring to the doctors, now you gotta deal with your doctors getting COVID, and I don't know. I feel like that's too realistic.
I mean, no. If you math this out, there are what six rounds.
18 actions total, but yeah, 6 rounds.
6 rounds. But this means 1 extra COVID token per person per round.
So
which
12.
If we make that 1 death.
What? No, 12. 24. Oh yeah, just 24 COVID.
If we make it 1 death, that is 6. So that's 30 lost points per player. Which means that increases the point threshold. So instead of looking at 40 per player, we're looking at 70 per player.
Right. To counterbalance.
Yeah. I think that's probably all that this side does, really.
Well, so if you look at this at its worst, on the worst, then the question is like, I feel like at its worst on the worst is not playable. And like there's one, because I played through all the modules in 1 extension at a time, and extension number 3, whatever one I was talking about, where I didn't like, they had the therapy dogs and the triage and all this other stuff. The module was set up in such a way to where it's virtually unplayable. Let me see if I can find it. And the reason why it's virtually unplayable is because like you don't have enough space to do anything. Like you don't have enough space and time to achieve all the goals at the same time. And that's if you go through the struggle of, it was a third extension. Yeah, it's third extension. So within the third extension you have Ghost. Ghost means that if people turn orange or red, they turn to Ghost. They don't die, they turn to Ghost, which is annoying. Then you have Fire Trucks, which Fire Trucks on certain rounds, then you are forced to take patience, and they take up a parking spot for the rest of the game. So in rounds, I think 2 even rounds, so 2, 4, and 6, you must take a fire truck, and they have to park, and they take up time to walk to. So they don't just show up on the entry; they have to walk to the entry. I think it's cost 2 time to walk to the entry total. And then also helicopters exist. Helicopters, like these two are fun without everything else at the same time. But then you also have gift shops. Gift shop is you must build a certain building, and it cannot be attached to your existing building initially. You can attach it later, but it can't be attached initially. And then urban design is you cannot build higher than the 2nd floor. And then air conditioning is you get points for healing for people hanging out where air conditioned rooms are, but then every room costs double.
So I will say
it's a lot of unplayability. And
I like the building, the layout in urban design.
Right. Well, also you can build multiple hubs in the same building on the same floor to counterbalance the not building above 2nd floor.
Oh no, I meant the target building shapes.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah, like the one we played with in like my very first time playing this.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think that was interesting. That does prevent. That just make it not solvable, because that changes up your layout.
Right, and also your approach.
Yeah, because I like this layout, and if I were playing again, whether co-op or competitive, this might be something I want to shoot for.
Like your target
My
design every time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this worked out really well. Like I could probably optimize it a little bit with how, like this treatment room surrounded by 3 parks came in really late. I could probably have done it earlier.
Oh, but how early? Because you need doctors too.
I mean, not done this exact thing early, but brought in the parks earlier. So
I understand. Yeah. So like this park,
yeah,
and then these, and then eventually this, and then eventually that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I kind of started here, but I could have started I don't know, with this setup and 2 parks, for example.
Gotcha. Well, and like the shapes, you'll find out that the shapes are kind of. I mean, it's solvable for the shapes because like this shape is solvable for some scenarios. So like for me, it's like 2 things that I need, and then I get to double my capacity immediately. So it's like that's the reason why I built it that way, instead of building a straight line. Otherwise, I like to typically try to build a line like this, and then an L shape. So I have 3 buildings, which will give me 16 points into the game. A little annoying to conveyor it all together, but once it's like by round 4, 5, and 6, then I just have like so much capacity. I can take every patient, and I can get a lot of money and just buy a bunch of points. So what you're saying is that there are certain designs that are lucrative, and then even with the L shapes, you can put a single park here, and then treatment room, L shape, or well, I guess L shape in that direction. And if you were ambitious enough, it's gonna hurt with parking, but you can try to do the similar thing you did there. So L shape. Your parking's gonna be awful.
Yeah.
So all that goes a long way to say I agree. It is solvable, which is things like urban design 1.0 will fix that. 2.0 I don't like 2.0. 2.0 is not good. 2.0 is the fact you can only build on the first 2.
Okay, so what we played with was 1.0.
Yeah, we played 1.0. Okay. 1.0 you can build as high as you want. You can
I think that adds a lot to the game.
I agree.
And not necessarily for like a first-time player, but for someone who's played a few games of it, that switches things up enough that it basically becomes a fresh game again, I think.
Like, breaks up the monotony.
Yeah, exactly.
You can also do urban or utility work, or underground utility work. It's awful. Basically, everybody agrees on a pattern, and the pattern is there's like manholes, and you cannot build any. There's no parking next to it. You can build a building next to it. You cannot walk over it. You have to conveyor over it. So it's either build entrance here, and the shapes are atrocious. But sorry. Going back to the COVID-19 one, sorry, because everybody's here for the COVID-19 one. Forgot about that. Yeah, the COVID-19 one, I think it adds a good co-op to the game. I just don't know what other modules you could tackle into it to kind of shake things up. I guess urban design.
I think, yeah, I would say the most interesting modules to add onto will be Urban Design 1.0, Pillars.
Ooh, zombies is incompatible with this. I was gonna say zombies. Zombies is fun. You get 9 points per zombie you have in your clinic. You get 9 points, and zombies are annoying to deal with, but you get 9 points in the game. Just get them by round 4 or round 5 and 6, and you got like I blew out the water in my score goal in the game I play with zombies, but it's incompatible with COVID-19. But yeah, pillars, I agree. Pillars, I feel like belongs in every game. Why not give you an extra build? You know?
Yeah.
I could take or leave coffee pots over beds. I kind of like beds better.
Beds were interesting.
Like having +1 to your room would be nice, and in this scenario, it would be really nice.
Yeah, like beds, I feel are less impactful than the pillars and the Urban Design 1.0 as far as enhancing the game experience, but still more so than coffee or cigarettes or
cigarettes. I despise cigarettes.
or whatever the boomers.
The hospice.
Yeah,
hospice, elder care. Yeah,
like,
hospice.
I feel like just those just make you do more for the sake of doing more. They don't add a lot of like. They don't really change the gameplay a whole lot.
Well, so hospice. Well, okay, hold on. First, let's get our final thoughts on COVID-19 before we talk about the rest of the stuff. So, going back to the COVID-19 one, just bring it back to that for a second. Yeah, there can be extra things added. I think urban design would be a good one to add to help make it more expansive and make it more fun. I think clever doctors or tough doctors or I forgot what the other one was.
Humble doctors.
Humble doctors, yeah. Clever doctors is where they level up when they heal. Tough doctors where they don't change level, or clever doctors, humble doctors where they can treat down. I think one of those would make the game easier.
Yeah.
So if somebody's finding this to be very difficult and impossible to approach, adding one of those will help out a lot. Because I can see. I mean, we figured out the puzzle. I figured out the puzzle by round 3. I didn't notice that you can get a red doctor treat an orange patient unless they had I didn't realize that puzzle specifically of getting a red doctor treat an orange patient with COVID without a nurse. There's a benefit to that. You got to plan for it, and you got to time it, but that's a part of the puzzle. And once I figured that out, I was like, oh, so I started thinking that way. I was like, oh man, it became more solvable. And you were thinking about it the whole time, but it took me a game and
I was being very careful about my nurses and my doctor levels. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm like, my nurse, you get COVID, you get COVID, you get COVID. Oh no. I need nurses.
Which is why back when I was like, okay, I can take this many COVID tokens without suffering.
Right.
That was me mentally allocating my nurses to say, okay, I need this nurse to treat this patient with COVID, and this nurse is an extra that can be just
like COVID fodder.
COVID fodder,
for a turn. Which is kind of convenient. Like if in coffee pots with that in mind, coffee pots and COVID, I feel like coffee pots and COVID makes it too easy. Because then you can just give all your nurses COVID and they can re-enter for free. You can just like shuffle them around if you have conveyors.
Yeah.
And it's like, it makes it... So there's... It's kind of like when you're playing like Mafia or Werewolf, where you have evil and good. You have to balance good and evil. There is something as overbalancing for good. Like, if I feel like if we end this game and we're not close to 80, then we probably... It's too easy. I feel like 80 makes sense. 40 points apiece, I mean. It makes sense. Because it's like just enough. It's saying, okay, you need to be efficient with your money expenditures. You need to be efficient with your actions, and then also heal patients. And trying to balance that at 40, I feel like 40 feels like they play tested this. 40 for this side, I don't know. That sounds impossible.
Yeah, I mean that is hard mode, so.
But you're getting, like, with 2 players, you're getting 24. You're getting 24 COVIDs. Plus those. What is that even total? That's 5. 5, 9, 13, 17 plus 5. Whatever 17 plus 5. 28. Nope, that's not right. 23. You're getting 20. Nope,
That's 22 right there.
that's 22.
That's 22 right here.
Okay, 22. All right, I'll take your word for it. So you're getting 22 COVID. So assuming that you're playing on the worst at this, you're getting
Plus
22
24.
plus 24.
That's
You're getting
46.
46 COVID with 2 players.
Compared to what we did, which was, let's see here. Yeah, so that's 22 plus 12, so that's only 34.
34. And then, like, to be honest, I kind of felt slightly I don't want to say I felt overwhelmed, but I didn't feel whelmed. so like I feel like right in the middle of overwhelmed to whelmed, because at a certain point, like, it was to the point where I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do my time for these people because I can't think about that far, and I'm gonna spend my time now, and then I can tell you. But like, if you're playing somebody who's a little bit more strict and hard fast to the rules, where you don't move your people until you're ready, like, man, this is a very complicated puzzle that hurts my mind.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really affect anything if you plan out your movement like you did.
It doesn't, right? That's fair.
Because it does, yeah.
I mean, just as long as you spend the time.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, like, yeah. This was a good, like, it wasn't too overwhelming.
Yeah, it was like, it wasn't too overwhelming, but it wasn't quite, like, it's like in the middle between whelming and overwhelming. It's like, I feel adequately whelmed. What a sentence.
I like the sentence.
My review of the game, adequately whelmed.
That is like the most lukewarm sounding review of a game.
Okay, all right. So
even though when you stop and think about it,
it makes sense.
It's a good review, but it sounds very lukewarm.
I felt adequately whelmed by this module. Okay. So oh, and then the elephant in the room to talk about this one is the specifications, the weird interactions with things.
Yeah.
I would say in the defense of the game, all the rulebooks like that. But but to be fair, that's not a defense.
I understand if there are rule ambiguities when mixed and matched with other extensions.
Right.
But I feel like this should work and be described perfectly for the base set, which it isn't. Like, there was still ambiguity about, okay, which individuals are considered to be in the clinic and not in the clinic,
or just very simply, doesn't matter if they're in the clinic or on the board.
Yeah.
Because like, if it said on the board, that's one thing. If it said in the clinic,
like,
well, it did say in the clinic.
There was that ambiguity there. There was the ambiguity over like, doctors getting infected and if we have to pay them, if all of that.
Yeah, or like, if they die, do they die as a patient?
Right.
Do you still lose a 5, or do you?
Yeah, some of it was cleared up on forums, but not all of it.
Right. Which to be fair, is a problem that I have with what game? Oh, Final Girl. I had that problem, and there was one other game. Basically, these are games where I was frustrated that clarifications have to come from the forums, and oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name of this other game. Oh, Renegade. Yeah, Renegade and Final Girl. I think in my reviews back in the past, I gave a little bit of a hard time because it took a while to clarify what did this mean, what did that mean. For Final Girl, is basically some interactions, because there's so much modularity between the game, it makes sense and it's there. So like you were saying, the individual modules themselves as a universe, if you play with this killer on this map, with this Final Girl, it was all explained. Fair. But if you start mixing and matching stuff like the game allows you to do, it sometimes you have weird interactions. Okay, does this happen at phase 1 or phase 2?
Yeah, and like, I totally understand that.
And then for Renegade, Renegade is like, they say, put the USB key in the objectifier, and it's like, what? Why don't you? Is the USB? Oh, the USB key is a card that I play, and the objectifier is my discard pile. Why don't you say put the card in the discard pile? So like, it's like, why? What is this? What are these words? So for Renegade, it was a language thing. Once you understand the language of Renegade, then it makes sense.
Yeah.
But Final Girl is just because of the modularity. Renegade was just, what does this even mean?
Yeah, and to be fair, like, there have been board games without that level of modularity where I've had to look things up online because it wasn't clarified in the rules. So, I mean, this, like, yes, I know I'm saying that I don't like that we had to look things up for this COVID-19 extension,
Right.
but also, like, it's really well written out compared to other really good board games I've
Especially
played.
for one page.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm kind of impressed. Like there was a rule that we were like, okay, well, does the contagion pass? Because like, I know I read it. I didn't know where it was, but it was for outpatient service. Like, oh. Now, if the infection passed anytime you healed somebody, oh my gosh.
Oh, that would be a nightmare.
That'd be impossible to play the game. I mean, all your doctors would be infected by round 2. Or round 3. I mean, or you just die and go. I don't know. That'd be, wow, too realistic. Stop it. Oh, also, I would say figuring out the puzzle of the PPE. I feel like the PPE, if they reduce it by 5 points, $5, maybe it's worth it. But the fact that you're spending $20.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Like, I completely forgot about the PPE because it was so expensive I never even considered it.
Which, thematic. Thematic, price gouging, that's what we call that. I don't know. Well, and like the reason why it's important is because if a patient dies, you lose 5 points. If you take the $20 from PPE and add $1 to it, you can buy 7 points. So buy 7 points, let a patient die, you got +2, roughly. And it's like, well, that's not the great way to think about the game. Cool Blue. Yes, you're right. That's not the great way to think about the game. But understand, the more you play
But
this
the
game,
pricing of the PPE encourages that.
well, but also the game in general encourages that. Like, why would I heal a white patient, a level 1 patient, for $8 when I can just let them get sick for 3 rounds and then I get $32?
That is actually another good point about this extension is that it discourages that, I think.
It does
Because you're constantly feeling the pressure of that the COVID tokens.
and the +1s, and also they just keep showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, this does counter that. Oh, but like you can also use it to your advantage because like there's the time I had a red doctor and I specifically wanted an orange patient to get COVID. Then all of a sudden I didn't need a nurse, so there's a puzzle that it lets you play into. Yeah, that's a good observation. The more I'm thinking about, the more I'm like, yeah, because I still like, as much as I like this game, as much as I enjoy this game, like I enjoy playing it a lot, I still hate the fact that it makes sense to let my patients become red before healing them. So I'm always constantly trying to time, okay, I have a orange doctor, they're going to turn yellow next round, my patient will be red, I need 2 nurses or an operation room. And like that's the puzzle you're constantly trying to figure out.
So this does change the puzzle up a little bit.
Because they're always going up. And if you add that plus clever doctors, I'm saying, I don't think it makes it like sillily easy. But I think it makes it a good amount of easy.
Yeah, I think Clever Doctors is a good suggestion because it lets your doctors, level up for free.
Right.
Essentially. But also
without having to have COVID.
Yeah. But also there's still the challenge of, if they level up too much, then you need nurses to come into play.
Yeah, also money. They get more expensive.
And they get more expensive, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
That brings a really interesting dynamic to the game where I wonder if you might want to have your doctor just sit and chill.
Like or give them, well, if you give them COVID, they'll go up. If you give them, oh my gosh, you're right. Oh no, that might be a bad idea.
So you have them treat all the COVID patients, let them get infected with COVID and die, and then you hire a white doctor.
So you hire the level 1 doctors, and then it's like you start all over. It's like, hey, you're from
It's like companies laying off the high-paid workers and yeah.
What's happening with COVID? It's like, oh, you make too much sense. You're too much of an activist. Go away. I was like, what, bro? I'm just trying to say, stop letting people die. Anyway, all right, but without getting too political, the main feelings that I have about this though is I enjoy this as a co-op module. I feel like this is viable. I would definitely play this again. I would like more clarifications on certain things. Basically the things that people have asked about in the forums already, just those. And if we have those, that'll be nice. But as it stands, I think this is a fantastic co-op. I would definitely play it again. I'm not looking forward to playing Biohazards, because Biohazard adds the anytime you heal somebody, they have biohazard waste, and you have to have a janitor or a nurse or an orderly take it out. and I think there's some ambiguities in that rule too. Honestly, the COVID-19 rules and the Biohazard rules, I feel like there's a lot more ambiguities that exist than in the other ones. I think the order of the expansions was, I think the things in Extension 2 were done first, and then Extension 3, and then Extension 5, and then Extension 1. I'm trying to say, I think you can tell which ones were done first. They're more specific in their rules, and the ones that were done later are more loose and fast. Don't quote me on that though. Either that's how they were designed, or that's how they were released on Kickstarter. One of those two. Anyway, alright, enough of the ramblings. I'm going to go ahead and close out the video there. So, thank you, Fu, for joining me for the game.
Yeah, thank
Do you have any final words for the humans out there regarding this nonsense?
No, I think we threw a lot of words out there already.
For sure.
But no, this is definitely a fun co-op game. There's lots of like we said earlier, there's a lot of like co-op without opening it up for one person to dominate how the game is played.
Mm-hmm. You just don't have the capacity for it. I mean, there was one point where I was like, I'm all right, I'm gonna min-max your turn. And I was like, oh god, what am I doing my turn? And then I ended up doing something silly. Yeah, all right, cool. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you all whenever. Or well, I will see you all whenever. I guess we might return at one point. All right, bye.